Hey everybody, my name is Ben Miney, this is Ben Kirby, and it's time for super high stakes, and I think it's one of the highest stakes we've ever started out with here on TCH Live.
Finally, we've got a massive high stakes game. We've switched up the rhythm a little bit, and now we get to play some 5100.
I'm
this
so
is going
ready.
to be insane tonight.
I'm so ready. They're starting out with a massive flip. 3K in the middle. Who takes, I guess, Jack's full?
Wow, look, a blast from the past. This is some Buildo era stuff. The stakes, the players. This is going to be one of the more fun streams we've had in a long time.
Oh, man, I'm so ready for this. Jack's full takes down the first flip of the night. It's time to throw down.
And if you like super high stakes, I mean, I'd call 5100 super high stakes. Hit the like button for us on the way in. Maybe you're coming over for some other streams, or from working, or from playing, or whatever. Thanks for joining us on TCH Live tonight. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to get in on the chat action. Ben and Ben with you for the next 4 hours.
Howdy do.
Let's freaking go. Huge stakes tonight. Jay Diggles with straight cheddar in front of him per usual. Ace-9, pretty loosey-goosey. UTG. Steven from the vault.
Do you remember this guy?
Oh, yeah.
I remember this guy.
Steven's from the days where he had plaques strewn about on this very table.
It's a widely talked about thing in the dealer break room, how how he used to have to prove those plaques. He would break them into stacks of 5, bring them up just like chips, but they were so egregiously annoying.
Yeah, if you look back at the archives for TCH Live, you'll see that Steven was involved in, I mean, at least the number 1 largest pot on TCH Live, and potentially some of the, second, third, and fourth largest pots in TCH Live history. I mean, this man is not scared to play mega high stakes, and really he only shows up to play mega high stakes.
So let's play some mega high stakes then.
Let's do it.
Hand number 3 of the evening. Looks like we're starting out a little short-handed as our fellow players make their way.
Dustin Schoonover, if you remember, owns his own oil companies, won the WSOP circuit Maine before. This guy plays all the poker and plays it very, very well. He was in that historic hand against Rom with the 6 of spades on the turn. Full house versus straight flush. As JD flops a pair and open-ended straight draw. First voice crack of the night. Not a good start. 10 minutes in.
Steven with a couple mystery cards. Going to be betting 200. JD going to call with his pair and draw. Deuce ball of the diamond variety on the turn.
Steven, 2 unknown cards. When you don't play on the stream very often, you're out of practice scanning those cards, so I imagine you'll get the hang of it.
Here, 2 pair now for JD, but what's Steven rocking with?
JD probably feels like he's got only a bluff catcher. He does block straights and such. Checks it over to Steven, who probably just has ace high or something. What do you know? Oh, he's got a jack.
Pair about ace jack.
Ace was right, but halfway right. Good evening to everybody out there in chat land. Pez, Poker Money. Poker Money. That's a better name.
Hey.
Poker Monkey. Rena Hewlin, Jedi Master Ted, David Sherman, JT in 1968. Ragnar Overby. I saw you at the other stream, bro.
Ooh.
What's up to
Double
everybody?
dipping, Ragnar? Jeez.
Moose Duty, Cole Akin, Captain Underpairs. Thank you to everybody joining us tonight. President of the United States, George, under the gun, 2 red 6s. Raising it to 250. Oh, George. Thomas, Queen Jack suited, no brainer on the button. He's going to bump it to 800 for a 3-bet, a 3-piece.
3-piece McNugget for George to call with a couple 6s.
I don't think George is folding small pocket pair here for 550 more.
Now, we're here to play some poker, so let's go to a flop. Heads up, 2K in the middle.
He'd love to hit a set, and it comes king high.
Okay.
Open-ended straight draw for Thomas, 2 live pair cards. And he's going to see bet 1,000. King hits his 3-betting. Open-ended straight draw. Tuesday night. I like hyping up the super high stakes once a month instead of maybe doing it every week, although, maybe some people like to watch it every week. It's fun to just have a big event to look forward to.
Well, lucky for you, we have a hefty archive of high-stakes poker that you can always peruse if that's what you so choose to do on a Tuesday night.
You can go back
Plenty of action.
to all the way, I think probably January of 2021 when we had our first Tuesday night high stakes game. It was me by my lonesome in pure silence, no table audio or anything, figuring it out. Just like
And
doing
props
it live.
to you for
doing
that.
it live.
I can't imagine.
It was, you know, trial by fire.
I don't know what I would have done when I was doing that $1 million tournament stream. If we did not have table audio on that one, I would have probably gone absolutely bonkers.
Yes. It's a different ask to do commentary with no context. Dustin, ace king under the gun.
You mean he's allowed to get good hands?
I guess so. He makes it happen.
Goodness.
With both.
He does have one of the best starting hands in No Limit Holdem, and it looks like he's going to get some action from Steven.
Steven's going to defend. He's not scared.
It's going to be 7 high.
7 high. This hits Steven a lot more often than Dustin. Steven knows that. Dustin knows that Steven knows that, but Dustin's going to rep all the big pairs. C-bet for 525. Quick fold from Steven. Dustin, I like this guy's whole vibe. He's like very old school. I don't know if he would say that he plays an old school style, but it seems like he plays an old school style where he's just wants to like flex on you and force his will upon you and make you play for stacks. Even if it's maybe a negative EV spot long term, he's willing to put the pressure on in basically any position, which I like it. Or it's at least good for the stream. Thomas, 2 7s under the gun. Very like Doyle, Brunson, power poker. Just re-raise. Make them make the decisions. George folds the king jack on the button, facing an under the gun open. I think, you know, the charts would probably say that's correct.
Steven here going to bump it up, though, make it 1,025. And his scanner refuses to work.
Jedi Master Ted says, I was here with you then, Ben. I remember that.
I mean, you got to accumulate those 2 million points somehow.
That's right.
Sevens here, looking pretty all right on this flop. Steven, though, going to continue for $1,000.
Steven 3-betting
Or 800,
free. Feels okay continuing on this board, and Thomas can't do anything but call, it feels like.
4K in the middle to a queen on the turn is going to bring in a lot of draws that are possible for Steven here.
Thomas hates
also
this
pairs.
card. I mean, Thomas can't be expecting many turn cards to be awesome for his hand. This is not one of those.
This is one of the worst ones. Oh, but Steven's going to check it, though, and I can't imagine Thomas is going to be firing. Ooh, big slick is the holding for Steven.
4-1 dog, Steven. He's going to get a free card. 6 safe.
All right. Well, 7s hold if it gets to showdown, but Steven, yeah, he's going to check him up, take his ace high to showdown, and that's not going to be no good. 7's going to take it down.
This little 4K pot
Oh,
headed over to
taste.
Thomas.
Oh, is Streamlabs, like, not from last January? When did Streamlabs start?
No, we did Streamlabs maybe like, I don't know, maybe the fall. I can't remember. David probably would know, but yeah, we were just in here chatting, watching poker, doing nothing. And I was in here like literally having never done this before, trying to like put on a show for people. I mean, there was 500 people the first night, and I had only commentated with Aaron McAvoy once in Austin, and you know, I wouldn't say I crushed it by any means, like, but I guess it was good enough to do the first Dallas stream, and thankfully we improved from there. As Dustin's going to call JD's open, Queen Jack suited. Streamlabs started in July. Mr. Credit says, I'm super excited for Sunday. This was my first 2-day tourney, and I ended day 1 with the chip lead.
Hey, nice stuff.
GG's all around. Mr. Credit
I remember you talking about
our,
that tournament in chat a little while ago.
Mr. Credit talking about our 250K guarantee.
I'm excited to play that tournament, too.
JD with an open-ender. He's going to continue and get Dustin to fold at 10. Rolls off there. He's got the nuts. Yeah, I really wanted to play. We're going to be out of town for Memorial Day, fortunately and unfortunately, I guess. But it sounds like a great tournament. Our very own Derek Data is still in the mix. Hopefully I don't jinx him. Lord. I saw Danny and Aho in the mix as well.
A lot of good players I saw out there still.
It's not going to be the easiest tourney, but there's going to be like 60K for first. I was talking to Gene about.
All right.
So that could be a pretty nice little score for Memorial Day.
300 buy-ins. That's all right.
Hit you, you know, you can hit the furniture and appliance sales on Memorial Day with a new bankroll. Steven raised at 250 in the cutoff. Dustin's got ace-jack on the button. I think sometimes you'll see players 3-bet a late position open with ace-jack off. But a call seems just fine.
120 buy-ins. What am I talking about? Bad math.
Ace-king 5, top pair. Pretty good kicker for Dustin.
Pretty good holding as Steven's betting into him.
He's going to c-bet his entire range, most likely. Dustin in a good position to. Oh, I had 4 clubs on the turn, so now Dustin picks up second nut flush draw. Steven's going to keep betting 1,000. Steven very well could have a big piece of this as well, but Dustin with top pair. Okay, flush draw is not going anywhere. Big river, deuce, blank.
Let's see pocket threes from Steven. Checks.
Checking and king queen, no good.
Yeah, ace is going to do it.
I wonder what he had.
Curious. We'll never know. All right, let's get a little gamble in our life here. Tree fitty.
Ace 10. Ace 10, I think maybe bets one more time on a deuce river.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Steven has a set, yeah. And it's going to go true walk over to Brandt, Queen 10, JD, folding 7 deuce. Funny thing about this week is this is the second to last week that I won't be a bracelet winner. So
awesome.
Everybody mark it. This is historic.
Oh, I'll send that.
2 weeks away from winning my first bracelet. I'm pretty excited about it.
How many events are you playing?
1.
Oh.
I'm putting in the volume. No, like I mean, if I'm expecting to run deep in the one event I am playing, but if I bust, there's a couple others that I can play. That I'm just trying not to get too ahead of my skis, you know. I'm not bringing 10,000 with me to go fire 5 different tournaments.
The biggest of slickists for Georget.
Ace king of diamonds.
Steven here wants to finally win a pot.
In position, he loves having a suited connector in position versus a 3-better because he can have an easy decision on the flop.
And there he goes. He
Open ender
wow.
and a flush draw. This he's happy.
We're talking about perfect without actually connecting for Steven.
Yeah, this is almost a value. I mean, he's got 71% equity versus the ace king high of George.
Yeah, cleanest call.
He's going to call trying to realize everything. He'd
pairs up now. Pair and all those draws.
Wheel draw for George.
Now George really needs to catch up. Needs to find an ace or a king. Oh, excuse me, ace no good. Needs to find a king or a 5.
Yeah, that's right. Steven, I think, probably needs to put a little more out there.
5 to chop? Wow, yeah, 5 to chop, king to win. That's drawn pretty slim. 2.2K is the bet, and now George could probably easily find himself out of this hand. Just kidding. I just can't. Well, I'm not qualified.
These guys.
I'm not qualified at this level. I really.
This makes me so nervous. And it comes a jack. Jacks and 4s for Steven. Now this goes check, check, and Steven's going to be happy to see, unless he turns this into a bluff. Imagine if this goes check, check pretty frequently, yeah.
That 4 is going to be good. Nice hand. Steven drags a big one.
Drags a nice size one. Jackson 4s, 4-5 suited.
Steven kind of needed that. He's been giving some action to the table. Needed a little dub there to get the wheels spinning.
Kev Boz, dealer extraordinaire. Ben, congrats on your upcoming bracelet. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, man.
Couldn't have will happen to a nicer guy. You have to really read the fine print.
Couldn't have will happen?
Yeah. Couldn't have will happen to a nicer guy.
Oh.
There's no way to like actually grammatically space that. So you just gotta just type it like that.
Kev Boz, fellow Marine and
nice to know that.
expert dealer.
He's all right.
He's all right, yeah.
He's all right.
Thank you, Kev.
He hates it when I take his locker in the morning. Number 27. But I like that locker, Kevin.
Carlo, the chat pro, also Marine. I'll be in Vegas both June and July. Maybe we'll see you out there, Carlo.
I really want to play that Stud 8 tournament.
I know.
Event number 36.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, there's got so many. Yeah, there's so many that would be a great time. I mean, there's later in the week. There's like I can't afford this, but a $2,500 triple draw mix where it's deuce to 7, ace to 5, and Badoogie, which would be so fun to me. And then the horse is the next week. Stud 8 for sure. I mean, the Omaha 8 would be
play
fun,
all Stud 8.
which is going to be like next week, I think. Omaha.
Oh, are you playing the Limit Hold'em event? Is that what
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I like part of it is just hoping that I can play a lot of poker. So like Limit Hold is probably a pretty slow structure, so you can at least have a good shot at making it day 2 or even into day 3. But you know, I'm not expecting it to be like a hoot playing 3 straight days of Limit Hold'em, but it's my best game. So
is that a ROM I see? Hold on a minute.
Let's go.
Hold on a minute. Oh yeah.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
We're talking about a good game now, friends. 5s and Jack 7 still battling, and now Jack 7 picks up the flush draw on the turn. Pairs the board, though, so Dustin going to be trying a little lightly. Has no showdown value here. Steven checks it over to him, and he's going to check and just get to that river card, which is going to be a 4. That's a bust here. And actually, Steven makes 2 straights. Steven not going to be able to get any value here.
If I bust the Limit Hold'em, there's the 1,500 no limit on that Tuesday that I might fire, or there's a bunch of like, there's like a triple draw event at Golden Nugget.
What's that? The shoot, not the Nugget, but
got the schedule. Venetian.
There's another property, New Orleans. They're running a really good series.
Yeah, I've.
Of those mixed games.
Yeah, they've got triple draw mix for 400 and Limit Hold'em on that Tuesday.
Hey, Sturdy with the $4.99 in chat said, "Oh, this game just got good."
Dirty Sturdy, thanks for the $5 soups.
Thank you, Sturdivant.
Imagine he's firing the tourney this week. He's not scared. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, what's up, Rob? Brent George get out of the way. Steven folds button. Over to Dustin. Jack 7 suited. Straight flush draw. He's going to bump it. Quarter.
Just got done playing Jack 7 suited. He's going to try again.
Raise and take it.
Oh, yeah. Much better
Dustin's
return.
going to take it down.
Have no fear. Rom is here.
Rom's great for action. Another guy I'm just not trying to ever play cards with.
I mean, when you just drill the 6 of spades, bro, like it's nobody's business.
And Dustin definitely remembers that little interaction.
And now they're sitting right next to each other.
That's
How
right.
nice. How
now,
nice.
Dustin's on his left, hoping to maybe get a little revenge. At least that's the narrative we're going to build for this.
What commentators would we be if we didn't build a narrative?
Fake a little drama. Like reality show producers.
Just like, wrestling beef, basketball beef.
That's right. Rapper beef.
Yeah, just the best beef.
And a walk for JD.
Well, that's just not going to happen very often. So
yeah, let's cut all that out.
Let's just get that out right now.
We're here till 10 p.m. Central Time. Ben and Ben. This is Texas Card House, Dallas.
Hello. How the heck are you?
Super high stakes poker, 5,100 no limit, and it's probably going to go up from here. These guys are. I've seen these guys straddle for 200 and 400 in a previous life.
We've seen some serious straddles.
So if the baseline's 5,100, Rom's got ace queen.
Right away, let's play a hand. Dustin, ace 4 off in the cutoff.
4xing it. I mean, this is just a huge poker game.
We're talking about more than an entire 1-2 buy-in as a standard open.
Raise and take it, yeah.
Just
like
to put it into
2-5
perspective.
buy-in.
Yeah.
Pez says, I'm going to start beef with Ben K. You better grill that up and eat it, Pez. It's all love, baby. Kyle Z, $20 super chat, maybe with a gray or black t-shirt. Rom wins all the money. Hashtag spoilers. He's done it before. He could do it again. Kyle Z, thanks for the 20. There's an open seat, brah. I don't know if they're going to fill that, but, you know. Oh, here we go.
Oh, my goodness. Cheat on Hernandez. What's up? Says, give Mel, Dustin, with the 1999 super chat.
Thank you.
Awfully nice of y'all guys. Got a little super chat train going, and if you don't know, super chats go straight to your boys. Both us commentators and the back of house guys making sure we get this stream rocking and rolling every single day. We thank you so very much for all the super chats we do get, and if you feel so inclined, we love you a long time.
That's right. Could not have said it better myself, Mr. Miney. Walter Rutledge in the chat, looking out, saying storms are about to hit by you all.
Hand out flashlights.
Let's hope it's not that bad.
Are we talking about, like,
I don't know if I want to be stuck here.
We're gonna wash away, we're gonna float away like Hurricane Katrina?
I don't know.
That's not what I like to hear.
Dustin raises it to 250 with ace-10 of spades, under the gun 1. JD in the cutty. He's going to 3-piece it to 800.
What's up with all the food emojis in chat here? What are we doing, friends?
No.
Don't make me hungry here. 800, like Mr. Kirby said, with the code Jack of Clubs. Dustin now out of position with that ace-10.
I don't think he's just going to fold ace-10 of spades. This is a little too strong of a hand for him.
He's going to come along. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
But he knows that being out of position against JD, even if he's not scared, it's annoying at least, because you're going to have to make some costly decisions as it comes 7 high.
Absolute nothing burger for both players. Only raw aggression can take this one down as of right now. That is 575. Dustin looking at ace high, no redraw. Outside of runner deuce 5.
It feels weak to just call and fold to a c-bet versus JD, but you know, not a ton of turn cards improve your hand. You're out of position against a guy that very well could bet 3 streets, and he's just going to get out of the way.
A nice hand for JD. Got the better hand to fold, and let's continue on.
Can we get 100 likes by 7 p.m.? This feels like child's play. If you're enjoying the stream, if you like super high stakes, if you like some of these recurring cast of characters, hit that like button for us as Sturdy ups the ante a bit. Puns intended. $49.99 super chat.
Do you see that emoji, Ben?
With the train.
Oh, yeah. That's
continuing
a train.
the super chat train. Thank you, Sturdy. That's
Sturdy.
a classy
Unreal
move,
of you.
man. Very classy.
Enjoy the loyalty points.
That's right.
You might as well check your points. I would love to know how many points you actually had. That's Ragnar Overby rolls a 98 in chat. Let's go. Nice roll. We continue on.
5-4 to clubs. JD with a pair. Rom with just 2 weird overs.
Did JD open in the hijack with 9-4? I love it.
He did.
I
Trying to get
love
this game out of the muck as it comes Jack of Clubs' turn.
I mean, he deserves this pair of 4s right now.
You know, JD quickly assessed that the game was playing a little passive, and so he said, well, if you guys are just going to fold, I'm going to print money here. As Rom continues, or leads into JD betting 400 on a Jack of Clubs turn. 6 of clubs. Wow.
Yikes.
So Rom can either just like close his eyes and bet, hoping that JD has nothing, or he might just give up.
Oh, he's got to know it's going to work too. I just want like a 2K bet here. Just over
Yeah,
bet
looks like
this
he's got it
pot.
in his hand, maybe. If he can find a way to do it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Baby. This
Oh
is
yeah. Even more.
so gangster.
Oh, that was gangster.
Great job,
I knew
Rob.
it.
What a bet, man. It's like you have no clue about what JD has, and it's like, well, he's either going to raise me or fold. So
Let's go on an adventure. Let's just bet this much. Love it. Rom takes down. A nice hand there. A little bit of aggression as we are ramping up here on Tuesday night. Welcome, everybody. If you're joining us now, there's 350 of you guys hanging out with us for 5,100 No Limit Hold'em with your boys. Rom, Kyle's he's not actually here. Rom,
he's in the chat.
JT, and Steven are some regulars. And, of course, even some of our OG stream appears. Brant.
I don't know if is this the same Brant as from last year, or is this a different Brant?
I think it's the same.
Pretty sure there was always a Brant in the huge games last year, but I don't know if this is the same one. Steven for sure an OG, Rom for sure an OG.
Rom gonna bump it up with the old big slick in the small blind. This range a little bit disguised here.
Chris Sturdy calling the chat out, seeing who can best his Super Chat train, hopping on the Super Chat train. Look at all these hands, Ace King versus Ace Jack. And it comes King High, King 5-7. Dustin got out of the way with the Ace Queen. Facing a 3-bet from Rom. And it comes pure for Rom with the Ace of Clubs in the back door as well. He's going to bet 1,200. Brant gets out of the way. JT in 1968 hopping on the train. $19.99 Super Chat. Starting new job June 6th. More money for important things like cookies. Who's coming to play WSOP Circuit event in Tulsa? 17 through 28 August with me. Come to out me and play with Sturdy's evil twin. LOL. Thank you, JTN. Good luck on the new job. Congrats. It's not easy out here in these job streets. It's a pain finding a new job.
Thank you there, JTN. Very nice of you.
George raising it to 250. Queen with Queen 10. Rom 2 4s on the button. He's in there.
Big sweat. Maximum games. Force of game 7, huh?
Don't even get my hopes up there, JD.
Heads up
It's
action.
just not.
4. Wow. 4's full of
Jeez
8s for Rom.
Louise.
Unfortunately for Rom, George just has stone nothing. Queen 10 high. And now he gets a little hope
Little
in
gutter
his
ball
mind
there.
with gutter ball straight draw and a 1 over card. And nothing like flopping the joint and being bet into. $450 from George. Rom already with the check mark.
So you need to lock. Yeah, after a lockdown.
9. He hits it straight.
Oh no.
Oh no, George.
Oh no.
He goes perfect for the queen high and the nut straight. But Rom's got 4s full, bro.
We could see some massive fireworks here. Rom definitely going to be raising this hand.
Diamonds come in, straight cards come in, $1,100 bet from George. Rom, if he's assessed the situation correctly, should make it huge here.
But it's like clearly a joke.
And the camera pans in dramatically into Rom's face.
Although I don't know, I mean, I don't know what the right thing to do is here, but he is going to oblige me and raise it to 4,300.
And I wonder if George
42.
thinks he's nutted here.
Yeah, George is like,
Oh, he
I've
flicks
got
it
a
just a
diamond
call.
too.
4s full of 8s.
$10,000 pot for Rom. 2 hands in from him setting down.
Oh my goodness. Nice hand for Rom. His opponent went runner to maximum improve.
What a cooler situation for George. I mean, that's like,
Jeez.
that sucks when you're like sitting down, maybe taking a shot at 5,100, who knows. But what do I know? He's adding on stacks.
Yeah, tell him about it. You know. Robert runs really good these days. He knows all about it.
George, who adds on to 14,000. You know, Rom has had his nights running pretty well. That's one of those situations.
Couple K balls for Dustin now. He's got an ultra premium here, and Thomas with King Queen in the small blind makes a great 3-bet to 1K. Should definitely be doing this. Unfortunately, Dustin just is at the tippity top of that old range, and Dustin now sitting at a 3-bet in front of you.
Now I'm starting to think that Kyle Z knew something we didn't, saying that Rom wins all the chips, hashtag spoilers, because he just did win all the chips.
When is the man, the myth, the legend playing the 250K?
Kyle Z with a $20 super chat. Same. Did you just say this?
Nope.
Same. It's the same brand. We'll keep the super chat train going. Who else is with us?
Nice, Kyle. You guys are too
Kyle
cool.
Z.
Too cool for school, baby.
Very classy dono there.
Dick Class A.
Good evening, Alice Acuna.
Oh, yeah. 1999 from Alice.
Oh, choo-choo. Let's freaking go.
Let's go. You guys are too good to us.
As King Queen versus two kings of Dustin. Thomas 3-bet pre to 1,000. Dustin just calls on button with two kings.
He's going to let his opponent hang himself here.
This is a very good position for Dustin to be in now, because it comes 9 of clubs.
Such a dry board texture. A lot of the time, your 3-bets are just going to get it done here against floats.
Andy Bartolone, $20 super chat. Good luck tonight, you guys. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, thank you,
GL's
thank you.
back to you.
Like one of those old, like, cliche, like, giant, big, round, like, bolts. The board, like, this thick, you know, like.
So Thomas maybe is going to slow down, checking over to Dustin. Dustin might make this big to make it look bluffy. Full pot right here, 3,400, insta fold from Thomas.
All right. Nice hand for Dustin. A little bit of this love is getting shared around. Looks like George has kind of just been at the bottom of it. He's looking to probably make some more hands this evening. It's been the Rom show since he sat down. Dang.
It's pretty nice when you flop a full house versus a rivered straight. Nice $10,000 pot. George looking for some revenge.
Walter, to answer your question, if you're talking about me, I'll probably be playing at least Thursday, maybe Friday.
I wanted to play it, but I'll be out of town, unfortunately. Steven raising it to 250. King 7 of spades. And a call from Dustin. Jack 6-3, ace 10. Still in the lead. Steven checking immediately. Comes an 8 on the turn.
Dustin's going to take it down. A little aggression going to go a long way.
I've never met a German George.
I think JD implying that George is German. Another German crusher. Bo, $1.99 super chat for the boys.
Drop a dab for Bo.
Handshake back at you for the boys. Thank you, Bo. It's not, I mean, when you're looking for poker games to play in, you generally don't love to see European folk at your table, because generally they are, como se dice, machines. Poker playing machines. Brant, King 10 offsuit in the small blind, raises it to 400, first hand of the night, gets a fold, takes it down.
And they're machines in awful settings. I don't know if you've ever been across the ocean and played in a poker game over there, but from everything I have heard is that they are the nut low of poker games, as far as rake.
I'm pretty sure Moneymaker said that as well.
Like, just the game texture itself, just all terrible. So when you come to a place like Texas, where all the poker is amazing, no matter what property you choose to go to,
That's why they keep showing up.
it's a dream state.
Kev Boss, good advice here. Ben K, make sure to leave a bracelet-sized gap in your luggage when you're packing. You'll need it for the return flight. Very good advice. I'm going to make a note of that. I'm assuming we're streaming the Memorial Day final table.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. This coming Sunday?
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. I'll be there. Not sure who my cohort will be yet.
Straight cheddar. for the winner of that tournament.
Oh
As
my
George
goodness.
3 bets to 1100 with ace jack. Dustin, ace queen. Comes 8, 6, 5, 2 clubs. George with the only club. 2 overs. He's going to check out of position to Dustin. And it goes check, check. This is interesting lines being taken tonight. A lot of more like passive ABC type play. This King of Hearts comes on the turn. Comes check, check. Dustin still with the best of it. 8 on the turn. Chop, chop. Nope, Dustin's the queen plays.
What? Sturdy. Dude. As Dustin wins a pot here with the ace-queen high, pipping George. I must say, Sturdy in the chat with the 99.99
Wow.
super chat, pulling this from the old Baberino fund.
The baby doesn't need it.
Oh, no,
Thank
no,
you,
no. Even though
Sturdy.
the price of formula is, of course, going up.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Oh my gosh.
whatever's happening in that neck of the woods.
Sturdy, sturdy.
Sturdy, thank you
Outclassing
so very,
everybody
very,
tonight.
very much.
Thank you. That's dope.
Unbelievable.
Been stealing food out of Sturdy's mouth.
Sturdy's
Sturdy's
kid's
taken
mouth.
plenty of food and money out of my proverbial mouth. As Thomas raises to 250 under the gun +1. Steven 3 bets to 1,000. 25. 4 bet from Thomas, like a boss, to 2,100. A click. A minimum click. And we're playing super deep here, you know. I don't know if King Queen's ever in the 5 bet. King Queen off is in the 5 bet range, but this isn't a lot more. And he's just going to call.
All right, well, let's see a flop then. Live cards for both players. And there's that beautiful,
Ace of
awesome,
spades.
love to see it ace on the flop.
Steven
no sweat.
hoping that he had some hope.
That, oh, he's got chop outs now.
Check,
Drawn
check.
to a deuce to chop.
He does have chop outs. Steven
Somehow.
checking flop now, not really sure where he's at. He's going to check it again. Thomas, now he's going to bet a pot. Hit your hand, bet your hand.
And Steve will say see ya.
Nice hand for Thomas.
Finally, he's dragging a pot.
4 betting with the best of it, hitting the best of it, and taking it down on the turn. Nice hand.
We have a nice little viewer surge here. About 100 of you guys in the last, like, 7 minutes.
15 minutes away from our 100 like goal in the first hour. I think we should go ahead and just crush that while we're at it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing here, and I'm just gonna destroy this like goal. I'm gonna say 125 likes by 7 p.m. and then we're gonna bump that up a little bit later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need your help, dudes and dudettes. So if you don't mind, if you're enjoying what you're watching tonight, if it's your first time here, if it's your 106th time here, hit that like button, that little thumb. It wouldn't cost you a darn dime, but it goes a long way to support the stream for the low price of how much, Mr. Benjamin?
Free 99.
That's right, free
Repeating.
99. $0 to do so. Please and thank you. And we've already hit 100.
Let's freaking go.
So let's just make that a quick $1.25.
How did I know our people would show up for super high stakes night? Texas Card House.
You guys are amazing. Already almost to a $1.25. Thank you so much.
Why be anywhere else than tuned in to TCH Live on a Tuesday night? It's Brant with 2 snowmen.
Just a couple of them.
Raised to 300. Over to Steven with
Steven
the
got a playable.
you say the spades. He's gonna put the greens out there.
Dustin with a very, playable but dangerous position. A queen 9 of clubs here.
In a previous life, I used to just light money on fire calling in spots like this. You just get yourself in really uncomfortable positions, being out of position with middling suited cards. But 4-way action. Now he's got a price, and it comes.
Oh my goodness! Ah,
3 queens.
Shut up, Ben.
I literally
Shut up,
hate my
me.
life.
Shut up, you. I guess.
He flops.
I was talking about me when I said shut up, Ben.
He flops trips. Well, we are, both been.
Yeah, that was the problem.
4 of diamonds on the turn. Dustin is gonna bet about half pot.
Thomas here picks up a flush draw on the turn. Paired board, of course.
This generally is pretty strong when you're small blind betting into 3 other players on this board. So Thomas can only call, it feels like. And it comes to 7. Safe for Dustin. I got to put a little something extra out there. Build yourself a little pot. Got a nice hand.
Value bet for sure.
1/3 pot. Instant fold from Thomas. And Dustin takes down another nice one. This is why you play the Queen 9 suited in the small blind. Results matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Learning.
Walking around the streets, and there was just like a Bugatti, just like literally parked on the side of the road, like parallel parked on the side of the road with like shopping bags in it. And there were just people all around, like touching the car, taking pictures of the car, etc. And the owner, I don't even know, just like literally parked it, shopping, and just like walked away like it's any other car. Just go to the grocery. Yeah, just go ahead. Go shopping in the Bugatti.
Steel wheel draw in the cutoff. Ace deuce suited. Raising it to 400. I mean, can we see a $40,000 pot tonight?
Let's just go ahead and make that a necessity. We
At
have
least
to see
one.
it. If we don't, we lose our jobs.
9-5 of clubs, and it comes King Jack 10 through diamonds. With the Broadway draw and lion's share of the equity. 5. Jay Diggles catches up. Ace.
Oh, bink.
Resuck for Rom. Diamonds come in. Straight comes in. Mitchell A. $20 super chat. Good luck in Vegas, Ben. I'll be out there for my first series this summer, but first, see y'all Saturday for the TCH Memorial Day Tournament. Thank you, Mitchell.
Mitch,
Good
thank
luck
you so
out there,
much,
brother.
and we will see you there. Congrats on your final table last Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, finaled our Sadie for the first time.
That's freaking dope.
Absolutely.
That'll spend. Hence why he's headed to Vegas now. It's like rolling up the stake, headed to Vegas. A la Mike McDermott.
We gotta press the bet. You just
That's right. Let it ride.
let it ride.
It's my first series as well, Mitchell. Good luck out there. And good luck this weekend. Imagine cashing in a poker tournament. Seems impossible.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Imagine winning a poker tournament. I cannot.
Did I tell you that what Johnny High Roller said to me when they were at 27 players and he made it, and like they were redrawing for the last 3 tables? He was the shortest stack in play, right? And he was just like laughing it up with me. He's just like, Ben, if I win this thing, I'll tip 10% or whatever, or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, like, cool, good luck. And then all of a sudden he's at the final table, and all of a sudden he wins the entire event.
So
He had like less. I'm talking about like less than maybe 2 big blinds when he said that to me.
That's amazing.
At the 3-table redraw.
So he tipped 30,000.
Well, I don't know what he tipped. I know it was. I don't care about that. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he took care of us, but
That would be dope to be tipped 30,000, like Mr. Beast was tipping the dealers in that one stream a few weeks ago. He's tipping $20,000 at a time, like a boss. I'm playing the 1,500 limit holdem, Walter, the true Cadillac of poker tournaments, and I'm looking forward to winning it. Sold a bit of action because I'm a peasant, but I've got enough of myself for it to matter. And
selling action doesn't mean you're a peasant. That's for sure.
well, I'm just saying I'm not rolled for. I mean, it's like 10 times the biggest poker tournament I will have ever played. But I am so stoked. I mean,
of course.
I have been wanting to play the World Series since like 2004, and this is the only time I've been able to carve it out. I'm so freaking pumped. Just to be there. I mean, the cash is going to be insane. The concurrent tournaments are going to be, I mean, it's like all the mixed game folks are going to be there. So you don't have to beg to get a mixed game started. Colossus, yeah, Poker Monkey's going to be there for the Colossus and Deep Stack. Bucci. My first WSOP was last October. Got COVID, but came back a winner. Hey.
Hey.
That seems like a net positive, I guess, if you're still here. Ace King for Thomas, under the gun +1.
The 200 straddle is on, so Tom is going to bump it up a little bit more, make it 500. Brant, the cutoff with the king-queen, is going to put on that 3-bet, make it 1,700. Brant's finally getting a hand to play.
These are some bets now. This is a poker game.
Blinds are out. What's up with Dustin and the straddle with the 5 trace spades?
Tater Nub says, Limit Hold'em, going to the series to pull your hair out. You must be new here. Limit Hold'em is chef's kiss. The best.
You're not new here. That this is Ben's hot take that he will die by his hill.
Oh my gosh. While y'all are all grinding, worrying about losing your entire stack, I'm going to be chilling. Just 1 and 2 bets at a time. But yes, 3 days of Limit Hold'em tournament poker probably will be a little much.
Thomas just put it all in
just
there.
Rips it with the ace king.
Just sent it.
14.
He gets it done.
Takes down a nice little additional bet from Brant there.
And Brant got to be fuming because that was like the first playable hand he's had yet. Finally puts in a 3-bet and gets just mega squeezed.
Poker Monkey, I got to play a $1,000 freeze out last October at WSOP. It was a hoot. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing freeze outs again too. Like, you know, I guess it's cool to re-enter, but there's something very final about playing a freeze out, you know, by definition. You get one shot.
Another pipping situation here. JD and Ram going at it. Ram with the suited king-queen in the small blind. Just going to call JD's open. Dustin here in the king with king in the big blind. A little too weak to call. Thomas in the straddle 10-7. Has some board coverage here, and he's going to make that call. He is suited, and he does find how about a pair and a flush draw for Thomas.
Open-ended straight draw for Ram.
Yeah.
Broadway draw for JD. So let's play a big one, folks.
See an ace of. Can we see an ace of spades?
7 of clubs on the turn.
Yes, we can see an ace of spades. Ace of spades, bro.
Ace of spades would be pretty saucy.
And now 2 pair for Thomas.
King of spades would also be pretty saucy.
I want the ace of spades. I want it. I'm using my one time here. See if JD can call this bet and make this ace of spades even better.
So Thomas puts 2,000. JD is like,
Nope.
maybe heads up, he peels, but not through ways. Plus, like, if you play the no limit events, I don't know. I think I have a much better shot of actually winning a bracelet if I'm playing a more obscure event than like one of the low buy-in no limit events. I'm just not interested in fading 6,000 entrants.
We don't get to see a river?
Man, that was a big hand.
That's a bummer. Oh, well, what are you going to do?
Thomas is going to take down another one.
Not my money.
Don't know anything about Thomas. Wish I could get some background. Are you a professional card player? Are you a crypto bazillionaire? Who are you?
Crypto bazillionaire probably went back down to millionaire.
That's right.
Pretty quickly.
The past couple of weeks. Man, what a beatdown. This whole month has been a beatdown in every way.
But I'm sure they don't want to talk about it, so we'll
2 jiggities for Brant under the gun +1.
Oh, gets no action.
Raise and
This
take it.
guy.
You know, if you've got a perceived tight image, you got to open things up if you want any kind of action. Not for lack of trying. You know, he 3-bet to like 1,600 a couple hands earlier, but nobody else had anything as he puts the 200 on. Now it's a big poker game.
I mean, he 3-bet and then got pretty quickly snap folded to a 4-bet. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's got to be some information for the table, too. And
Steven's got 2 red
how
kings in a
about
straddled pot.
let's just make it a clean pink chip. Ram, you're in position of that raise. With a suited 10-9, a little too strong to fold. He's going to make the call. Dustin 9-4. No. See ya. And let's go back to the blinds. Anything? Anything? Yes?
Brant's going to defend his straddle, the only ace in the bunch. 3 ways, 1,700 in the pot. Big flop coming
Found
in.
it.
Ace.
Perfect.
10-8. Ace 10-8, 2 hearts. Ram with a piece of it. Brant with top pair.
This is why kings, worst hand in poker.
That's right.
Did Brant just fall? Oh, man, he folds the winner. It's a shame. He had negative kicker problems.
Yeah, jack of clubs on the turn gives Rom an open-ended straight draw now. Any queen, any 7. A queen doesn't help him. Actually, Steven would hit Broadway. Goes check, check. 5 of diamonds.
Rom just showing down a pair of 10s now. Steven with a check mark. It's going to go check over to Rom. Rom has showdown value, and the hearts did brick, so he can just check. And he is beating some holding, so he is going to check back. Kings.
$3,700 pot. Steven's happy to win that one with that board. A lot of winners tonight so far. Thomas, Rom, Dustin, and Steven all in the green. George, unfortunately, down about 12,000, funding a lot of these winners. But the night's not over. It's the thing about these no-limit streets. If you rebuy, you're one hand away from doubling up.
Walton chat saying no limit events are tough and large events. Some people have more money than common sense. I mean, yeah, imagine just playing the World Series of Poker, making it to day 2, playing all day 2, making it to day 3, busting in 675th place and not cashing. Just like, that's a toll.
Yeah.
That's a toll. I don't care who you are.
Steven raising it to 500 with Jack 10 off and 2 callers. Jacks and 10s. Kyle Z, $20 super chat. All right, since people ask so much, Trick Time died saving Moneymaker in a fire. Moneymaker recovering in the hospital. Thoughts and prayers. God. This is all fake news.
If you guys want to know where some of our past players are, since you haven't seen them in a while, please direct your questions to kylez@gmail.com.
That's right. Thanks, Kyle, for the $20 super chat.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kyle, as always.
$200 straddle on from Steven. Steven likes to only play the high stakes. I mean, you know, you'll notice a pattern that, you know, he's not even showing up for the 25-50. He wants to play big. Dustin with ace-king again in the hijack. 6X's, or sorry, 3X'd it to 600. Jeremy with a good point. Counterpoint. Also one hand away from being felted twice. This is why I play limit. As it comes queen, jack, 4, 2 diamonds. Open-ended straight draw for JD. Broadway draw for Dustin. Oh, and a 4 for Steven.
Yeah. And Dustin, with the worst hand of them at the moment, is going to bet 1,500. JD in position with a great draw.
He's got a good draw. He's got dirty outs. Any king or 8 of diamonds makes him feel weird about stuff. So he's just going to get out of the way. Steven with just a 4. He's going to fold. So Dustin with the worst of it.
Gets the most of it.
Get the most of it. I guess maybe ace. Maybe. Yeah, it was the worst of it. 10-9 was ahead a little bit. Ace king. 7:01 p.m. and we've got 124 likes. That doesn't.
That burns.
That burns a little bit.
Guess we're going to have to bump up those numbers.
Missing it by 1 minute late.
8 p.m. like goal incoming. I'm going to leave that up to David. David, our TCH Live Poker moderator.
The all-knowing, all-seeing stream god.
He is the Illuminati of Texas Card House.
JD 7-5 suited, raising it to 500. Rom, another nice hand, king, queen of diamonds. Facing a $500 raise from JD. Three bet.
And now he knows it's just JD as an opponent, and can't play JD without 3-betting him.
That's right.
Get all of JD's money.
You want to take the initiative away from JD, but unfortunately JD runs pretty good in these spots. So he wants to see a flop in position. 7-5 suited. This is a Casino Royale hand, I think. Ace 4-5.
Oh, goodness.
So a pair of 5s for JD, and what did I just say?
I mean, Ron might bet range here.
Yeah, he's got to, I think. I think you might be lighting money on fire if you're 3-bet out of position and just check every ace-high board that comes. So he's going to bet 1/3. JD facing a 3-bet from Rom Pre. He's got a pair. He's just going to call. 7 of diamonds would make it interesting. 3 of clubs in the turn. So the wheel draw came in. JD with a draw 2, a 7 high straight. 4-1 favorite. Rom checks over to JD. Thinking about why would Rom check any ace on this board? Having 3-bet pre.
Can maybe put him on a hand like kings or queens. So now JD's got to put a bet out there that can get that hand out of there. And how about 4,000?
4,000, maybe
That
turning
seems
his
good.
5 into a bluff, wanting
Seems
to
good
get
to me.
Rom off of kings, queens, jacks. I don't know. I think JD senses a little weakness from Rom because I think most aces would bet for value, and Rom quickly folds. Bluffing with the best of it. $9,400 pot.
Guys, if you don't already know, we have a massive tournament going on right now at Texas Card House Dallas. It's our $250,000 Memorial Day Moneymaker Tournament. We've had 2 day ones already in the books between yesterday and today, and we're going to be having them all week through Saturday. So get in for the action, $500 buy-in, $50,000 starting stack, 30-minute levels, and we have the very coveted 500, 1,000 level in the structure. I've been hearing nothing but good things about this tournament structure.
It's going to be a huge tournament. I mean, this is the kind of thing that attracts people from far and wide. I mean,
yeah, it's perfect.
big enough buy-in, big enough guarantee to really make the money significant as Rom flops the absolute joint.
What?
Kings full of 3s.
And Brant, unfortunately, who's trying to pick a hand to go for here, just found the wrong spot. Rom just giving him a chance to get out of the way.
And this might be a little meta game here. Rom immediately check raising to 500. I think he's probably played with Brant a lot where this doesn't always mean it's strength. And so this is getting Brant to put a 3-bet in. This Rom did this exactly for this very reason. I just had a hunch that Rom had played with Brant previously because it would be suicide to just in a vacuum check raise this board when you have all of it. Like, what do you expect your opponent to have? But in this very specific situation, Rom gets a 3rd bet from Brant with 10 high. He's got the world. So now Rom's got to tread carefully to hopefully find a way to get more value from Brant. What a gift. This is like rubbing your hands together, all part of the plan. Yeah, Pez, you're right. Rom's second flopped boat tonight.
And Mr. Johnny High Roller putting the punt counter at 1 to start the night. And a deuce on the turn.
On the turn, and so, yeah, Kyle Z confirming that Rom and Brant have played together. Rom check, Brant immediately checking back, probably giving up. So now I think Rom is going to put an overbet, trying to make this look like a bluff, knowing that he's just probably not getting paid by anything.
I mean, that check back on the turn, I mean, you know he's not going to have a king there because if he's raising you, there's no chance. I mean, usually there's no chance he doesn't have a king there.
Nice play. That's a
wow.
clinic on metagame from Rom there, finding a way to induce a 3rd bet with 10 high.
And another unfortunate scenario for Brant. He has just been up against it tonight.
Yeah, that's not very fun. I mean, surely my opponent didn't flop a full house.
Surely
with King
not,
3,
right? He probably didn't even put him nowhere near a full house. Probably just maybe a king.
Is that blind versus, or
no?
I don't know how they got in that position. JD with his jacket
neither.
diamonds. 250.
Is the quads promo still going on? Absolutely, the race for quads is going on. We've had it hit a couple times already today, so I'm not sure what it's at right now, but you do have to flop a very specific set of quads with a pocket pair, and you will win a nice pot of house money.
Nice.
Absolutely.
What is it? What does it pay out right now? Do you know?
I couldn't. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I
I'll go
at the
check
board.
whenever I go out there.
I just walked in for
So
the stream.
175 from JD, an immediate raise from Dustin with ace-6 off. You know, this is an uncoordinated board, but JD knows that. Dustin knows that. JD knows that ace-jack's probably ahead of a lot of his hands that are just stone air. 4 spades on the turn. $600 continued from Dustin. JD was maybe hoping to pick up a paint card or a diamond, and it just gets out of the way.
A nice bluff from Dustin there.
JD knows it. This is what I'm saying. Dustin plays that old school power poker where he's like, I don't think you've got anything, so I'm going to raise. I know that it's very unlikely that you have anything on queen deuce deuce, so I'm going to just make you pay extra for it.
If you want to know more about our Memorial Day Moneymaker tournament, I'm going to post that in the chat right now. If it's your first time hearing about it, you got plenty of time to book a flight, book a hotel, get your butt down here to Dallas, Texas. Get your share of
We do tournaments pretty well
of that
here,
prize pool.
might I say. From like the prize pools and the player pools and then just the overall management of the tournaments. I mean, it's about as good of experience as you're going to have.
JD gonna bluff Brant off of the queen 9 maybe. He's gonna float one street, so let's come along.
Yeah, Brant's not interested in just folding every flop as it comes ace of hearts. JD picks up 7 high heart draw, and now it's basically a flip. But you gotta remember, and this is Captain Obvious, but these players can't see the cards like we can. And so JD, unsure about where he's at with a 7 high flush draw. He's going to continue betting 1,000. Brant with just queen high, hoping to catch a 10 on the turn or a diamond. Unfortunately, I mean, this card kind of sucks for him. JD raised to 250 pre. Ooh, a saucy boy raises it with queen high, pure air to 3,000, and this is a nice spot to do this. And again, Brant and JD have probably played hours together as well, and so this isn't, I mean, there's some history here, I think. JD not immediately folding. This is awesome. I mean, JD really thinking it through. Like in a vacuum, it's just like, okay, you caught me. And he's going to get out of the way. Nice.
There we go, Brant.
See, you make your own luck in America, you know? This nice raise from Brant. Wow. Like, that was pure aggression poker paying off. You know, maybe a little reckless where it's like, JD could have a lot of this. But Brant had a read, went with it, and took down a nice one.
Almost 500 of you guys watching us now on TCH Live Poker here on the YouTubes, and we couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If it's your first time, you gotta hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that sub as well. We stream 5 nights a week here from Dallas. Oh, excuse me, from TCH Live.
Lots of poker between Austin and Dallas.
So much poker.
Rom with another premium hand, ace king off in the cutoff, gets a little respect, raise and take it.
And not only is it so much poker, it's so much poker with some of the most handsome commentators you could possibly ask for.
Potentially the handsomest.
That's what I'm
saying. The jury's
saying.
still out. The awards are coming. I think it's, you know, GPI or all those other award shows. Surely we're going to win something for handsomest, smoothest sounding commentators.
It's gotta be there.
In niche live stream poker.
Bing, 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 we found the bird. Steven with a couple American Airlines.
First pointy board. Wow, take 2. First pointy boys of the night. Steven, 2 aces.
Is he gonna get any action? Brant will oblige with the 6 tray. That was very nice of you, Brant. To the flop they go, and it's ooh.
10 high with 2 aces. Kyle Z posing a philosophical question. When you run no equity bluffs like that, it means you think JD is overfolding the spot. What do you guys think? Is JD overfolding there where Brandt can win with any 2 cards? You know, this is why I don't like to, I'm trying not to play with Kyle Z either, because that question blows my mind. I can't even comprehend what the answer is. Exploring with Eric says, you guys are full of yourselves. We're the most humble in live streaming as well, might I say. The most humble. Raise to 300 from Rom. 2 unknown cards. JD got the tanks on the button. 2 10s.
He makes it 300. Does Rom and gets the call from JD. Let's go to a flop. It's ace high.
Given how Rom's running, I'm willing to bet that he's got some of this. $300 continue. Not a great board for 2 10s.
Last time we saw each other was the big, that big pot, right? Yep. It's been a long time.
5 of diamonds on the turn. Six of hearts on the end.
Rom seems to be in check give up mode. Oh, no, he's got an ace. Every time.
$1,400 pot. Rom can do no wrong tonight so far. German moneymaker in the chat.
Kyle and Moneymaker going at JD, calling him an overfolder.
JD always overfolding. German moneymaker. We'll look forward to seeing you back in the D-Town.
I wonder if Moneymaker's picking up maybe a little bit of a South American accent of some sort. I want to see him.
I love that guy.
I want to see him kind of widen his accent range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's the best.
Since he is on vacay down there, Dustin makes it a nice little cool 250 with the ace-queen. Thomas with the co-jack of diamonds in the hijack, and him 3-bet it up to 750. See if anyone else got anything to play with. Looks like no, so it's back to Dustin. Ace-queen a little too strong to be folding to a single 3-bet. So he's going to make that call. Let's go to a flop. I see a jack in the window. Jack 9-4 is going to be top pair for Thomas. And actually, Stephen would have had bottom 2 pair here. But Dustin going to check his ace-queen, let his opponent do the betting. And he sure will. 850 is the number. Dustin with just 2 overs.
Kev Boz, update. Derek Data and Danny both in the tourney still. Getting close to day 2. LFG, GG's. Data. German Moneymaker back in D-Town next Tuesday. Let's freaking go. Everyone's EV just went down a little bit. As Thomas bets his top pair, takes it down. Yeah, good luck to Derek and Danny. Classy guys all around. Both great dudes, both really good poker players. Data ran pretty deep in the $1 million guarantee. He's pretty good at those tournaments. Danny has run super deep in several of the Saturday tournaments.
I know he did super well during the World Series last year, did Danny. He was out there for quite a while.
Oh, nice. Raising it to 250, Thomas is. 2 3s. Steven, king, queen off, 30K behind.
Well, I'm not folding either. He's gonna call with that jack 9 of the big blind. We're gonna see a pot 3 ways.
Let's go. How about king, queen 3? 9 deuce deuce.
Well, Rom finds 2 pair here, and that's the best hand. Thomas with a very tiny 2-pair. 6 on the turn doesn't really change a whole heck of a lot.
Still safe. The two, excuse me, Rom with the best of it. Sorry, I didn't realize he hit a 9. Bet 700. And takes down another one. Rom gonna get exhausted raking in all these chips. Sal in the box, doing his thing. Dealer extraordinaire. Kev said he's in the box the second half of the night. These guys can sling some cards with the best of them. Brant, King 10 off, raising it to 300. All the way over to Dustin, who's got a very playable Queen Jack. He's gonna complete heads up.
10 Queen 9 on the flop here. What about it?
Top pair opening a straight draw for Dustin. Brant with second pair in his own straight draw is going to continue betting 400. I think this gets check raised a lot. You can go both ways, I think. You've got a pretty nice value hand. You've also got, well, ace of hearts.
Brant still drawing to the same outs as an ace does come on the turn.
Brant might use his card to barrel, given that he's got more aces than Dustin does.
1,500, and Dustin might think that he actually got sucked out on here.
It's just crazy that this is all real money. Like, these are all real cash values that they're betting.
Yeah, not tournament value chips.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just like chilling. Ace on the river. If Brant can find another bet, he could take this one down. He's got a smidge of showdown value, but like, what do you beat that makes it to this river?
Like a $2,400, $2,200 bet here on the river.
Yeah, needs to maybe make it look a little value-y, because if he's good on the turn, he's absolutely good on the river. If he's telling the story that he's got an ace,
It's
big
gonna
bet.
go a little bit bigger, 3,800. Almost pot.
Dustin can get sticky in these spots, but also on the surface, Brant's telling a pretty good story. Betting all 3 streets. Dustin not improving at all. If Dustin finds a call here, I'll be very impressed, because this isn't easy to make.
Brant with the Pontiac 1994 Pontiac Firebird river barrel here.
But with 2 aces out there, it does make it less likely that your opponent has an ace in his hand, and it looks like Dustin wants it.
Oh, man.
This would be an outstanding call.
Not the easiest call to make.
Yeah, and he knows it. I mean, he's close on either side. He might just be curious enough to put it out there. And this would be just a kind of a, I don't know, a cooler, it's not technically a cooler, but it's a cooler spot. Oh,
folds the best hand. Nice move from Brant.
Brant, again, forcing his will to take down some of these pots without getting really any cards. Using the board to his advantage. Nice bluff from Brant there. I mean, he should be down a lot more, and he found 2 spots to make some nice cheddar.
JTN wants to see a dealer live stream, and that is coming very, very, very soon. The 31st. So stay tuned. 9 dealers pushing money at each other.
Wow. Yeah, that
It's going to be great.
that wasn't a fun spot, that hand, either way, for Dustin. Great flop for his hand. It just got worse and worse.
I gotta play just for your 1%.
Brant up 600 now. George, unfortunately, losing about 13,000. Winning half a stack of High Society.
The Rom and Thomas story here now. Rom up 5.4K, Thomas up 4.9, and that's a lot of cheddar cheese for an hour's work.
That's right. And we could see much bigger pots tonight.
I imagine we will.
You know, stacks are growing.
position of winning.
Steven with 30,000 behind. He likes to get in there. Rom with 20,000 of his own. Ace 5 and folded 2 in the cutoff. I think some people open. Ace deuce on the button. Slam dunk open, 250. Yeah, some of the dealers really get into another gear when they're playing on a live stream. You know, you can look back and see some of the dealers play. And
we know that generally dealers are a little loose.
Yeah.
We don't have that great of an attention span.
And that, you know, that makes for good TV, I think.
That's
There's
right.
not much folding going on when, when dealers play.
That said, there's a few dealers that work for us that are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. There are some crushers out there. But it took some training.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes training.
Does give you good exposure to a lot of different poker situations.
But you have to pay attention to what's going on, and you have to study outside.
Especially like when you're like 6 hours in, it's hard to keep the brain capacity all the way up. Plus, like when you're sitting there dealing, you want to play so bad, you hate to sit down and just grind and fold. Like, you know, you see everybody else getting to play, you sit down and you want to splash it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But enough about the 31st. Let's continue on. More hands here of 5,100 No Limit Hold'em from Texas Card House live here at our Dallas location. 11834 Harry Hines Boulevard. Come on down, Dallas, Texas.
German Moneymaker. Where Thomas and George from? I think George said he was from Germany. Mr. Moneymaker.
Ace Queen for Steven. He's going to make it 250 to go. Ace 6 for Thomas. He's going to call him. Big slick for JD. Kind of a cooler developing here.
Premium spot for JD. He's going to make it 900. A 3-piece with fries.
JD known to have a pretty wide 3-betting range. Steven is going to not be deterred. Let's just not see that case ace on the flop here. That might be a little disastrous.
Yeah, this could be our 40K pot if it comes perfect, and it comes 835.
Perfectly not perfect.
This is kind of an interesting spot because Steven knows, JD knows that this board is not very good for him, 3-betting pre. As it comes 8 of clubs on the turn. JD can have all the overpairs though, this is a pretty good board for overpairs. JD could elect to just try to get to a cheap showdown, knowing that his nut no pair is good some of the time. Deuce of clubs on the end. I think he's calling sizable bet here. Steven decides to bet, but Steven with the same idea. He's got a smidge of showdown value. He's going to check, and JD might bet this for value.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
if this gets pulled off here,
this would be an amazing. So he's going to call it. He's going to get 1,200 in value from JD.
So good.
This man JD is next level.
God,
I
JD.
promise you, he was betting that for value, knowing that Steven's the type of guy that could look him up with a worse ace high because he had the best no pair hand. Dude.
What a freaking guy, man.
Dude, JD
is the real deal.
Spooky, spooky.
It's so easy for us. It's so easy for us seeing these hold cards. But how in the world do you think you're actually betting for value there in real time without, you know, running solvers? Like,
oh my gosh,
that's insane. Nice play from JD.
Like, not a very exciting hand, but if you're a poker player,
it's the small things.
You can appreciate a spot like that where JD found a way to get paid with no pair. Wow. Steven knows he just got worked there. I mean, Steven's not worried about it because, like, he probably is supposed to call there with ace queen high on that board, but man, these guys play at a high level. Dude, what a yeah. it is no secret that I'm a JD fan. It's hard not to be biased because we've been watching this guy since NAM, and he has done nothing but play just about perfect.
NAM, the guitar show?
Vietnam.
Oh, I see.
It was an attempt at comedy. As JD raises the 250 with the threes. George, ace king.
I was just trying to be. Funny as well.
Competing comedy.
The NAM guitar show is great if you're a musician. It's a great place to go.
And a
check out
drummer
new
as
tech.
well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They do a pretty.
They have a bunch of tech. New
Yeah.
Tech out there.
10-9 deuce. Threes still ahead. Thanks for subscribing, Bob and Ron Gaming.
Thank you.
George, when check two, he's going to bet 650. He 3-bet pre, and this is a different scenario where JD probably hasn't. I heard him asking about where he was from, so I don't think JD has played many hands with George. And so there again, JD's not going to speculate.
Steven had to get up after that one. Oh no, he's right there. Okay, I was like.
Rocking the Travis Scott lows. Those are pretty sought after Jordans.
I mean, they even got more sought after his negative press.
Yeah, anything Travis Scott touches turns to streetwear gold.
Just picked up Jordans today too. They're in the car.
Oh, nice. What'd you get?
I'm not wearing them right now, but I'll show you.
Brand away from the table, had to fold ace queen. 6-2 suited.
Yeah, I used to run weekly. It was like a 25.
I was just at Shoe Palace today.
Ooh, could spend some money in there.
Just saw a nice, relatively affordable set on the wall that goes well with any Maverick or Seattle Seahawk outfit that I do have.
So they were trying.
I didn't catch the name of it.
9s
But I
and
like
8s for Dustin.
It didn't work out this bad. There's a lot of like last.
Top 2 pair. 600 insta fold from Ron.
How often, when you buy shoes, do you wear them out of the store? Ever?
Never.
Less than?
I don't think
less
I've
than
ever done
10%?
that.
No. I used to do that all the
I
time.
gotta spray them first.
You gotta spray them. That's fair.
Because I beat my shoes up, so I try to
I'm,
spray them with a little Crep Protect or whatever shoe spray you got. German moneymaker inciting some action. Dallas game without straddling. What's going on there? They put the 200 out there a few times earlier. Shores, 2 black queens in the hijack. 250, Rom. Ace jack suited on the button. He's going to 3-bet it. Dustin with ace king of spades in the small blind.
here we go.
Facing a bet and a raise.
Hold on to your butts, kids.
This could be a huge pot. I mean, George's got 13,000 behind. Dustin's got 22,000. So Dustin just calls. Now this is going to induce George to 4-bet. Yeah, baby. 2250 total. Back over to Rom on the button.
Wow. How are they just, I don't know. They're like this, but blue and green.
Search like Jordan 1 high.
They're
blue
definitely
and
Jordan
green.
ones.
Oh, wow. So Rom is going to call, and so now Dustin might back raise.
Oh, my goodness.
He doesn't want to play a 3-way pot with ace-king out of position, I don't think. That's interesting that they're not showing up.
I'll find them.
This is an interesting spot.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Dustin has significantly under-ripped his hand, calling in between, and now he might feel compelled to 5-bet it. I don't know. I don't know if a call. Yeah, he's just going to rip it and ship it.
Wow.
So now George pukes with an $11,000 stack, getting a 5-bet back raise jam from Dustin in the worst position. Blue mint. Yeah, those are nice mids. Those are cool. He's going to call it. He said, screw you guys. Let's party. Rom folds the ace-jack, and we've got our $28,000 pot.
Let's go. Let's see it run out for just $28,000. You've been waiting patiently, and you found it. It's the classic flip. One for the ages. Jack
Nice flop for
10,
queens.
9. Wow, queens hold the whole thing. Was it the
I
multiple
guess they're running
runouts?
two boards,
Okay,
I
all
guess.
right. 2 runouts, fine. We're going to sweat it.
First one for George.
And
Ace
there's
in the
an
door.
ace. Ace-jack, actually.
Rom would have out-flopped him.
All right,
Chop it
chop
up.
pot. Chop it up.
Womp womp.
But they're still going to chop a little bit of Rom's money. They're going to make $1,200 a piece. And we continue on.
I'm glad German Moneymaker agrees with my prediction of a big old back raise incoming. I'm basically as good as German Moneymaker now. Yeah, for 10,000, never folding the queens. Run it once, Max Payne would have been a nice night turnaround for George, but instead, the lower variance route, adding 1,200 to his stack.
He's too good, don't tell him. 6-8.
Yeah, I was just walking around the old palace.
And they sucked you in.
They sucked me in.
Those are clean, though.
Yeah, they're all right. I like them. I wanted an extra pair of shoes to go with my sporting events attire.
Mr. Miney's all about an outfit, folks.
I am a fitter.
German Moneymaker, I'm happy to give you some no-limit coaching if you need it. I know having been on vacation, you're probably pretty rusty. You and I can go over hands, work on Pio Solver, whatever you need, man. If you want to if you want me to teach you limit hold'em, I'm happy to teach you limit hold'em. It's a great game. Limit 08, limit deuce to 7, the whole range. I'll teach them to you all. I'm not cheap, but can definitely teach you. JD 3-betting to 1,100 with ace-9 of diamonds in the small blind because he just knows that he's got Dustin out-pipped with the king-6 of diamonds in the cutoff. It's one of those spots that JD's never calling. He's either just going to raise or fold this. That is a good point. Rom did show that he had an ace, so I think that would influence your decision on whether to run it twice or not.
You want to go to EDC? Where? Vegas? You music festival guy or not?
I saw some tweet a couple days ago.
I know exactly what you're going to talk
JD
about. Go
talking
ahead.
about EDC, somebody running up like $167,000
Yep,
bar
I
tab.
knew it. I knew it.
And
But
looking,
it wasn't Garrett's. It wasn't actually Garrett's.
oh, they were saying it was like Adelstein's?
Yeah. The original tweet said it was Garrett's.
Oh, I didn't
But
see
then
that
Garrett
one.
chimed in later. It's like, that's just not my tab, bro. Cool tweet, but not my tab.
Some of the items on there was like 9 Red Bulls at $75 a piece or something crazy. Like these bottle service prices are obscene. Should be illegal. I mean,
There was like some Ace of Spades bottle they got that was 46 grand or something.
yeah.
Like,
And imagine being that waitress or waiter in the tip. I mean, you're going to get a $30,000 tip. That's so sick.
yep.
I don't think they would ever hire me for that job because I think you probably, well, disregard. George 3-bet to 1,100 with ace-8 of diamonds in the small blind. Thomas is going to continue with 9-8. Comes queen high.
Yeah, both of the Twitterverses I follow are just so toxic. Poker and basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
Just awful.
Poker
Awful.
Twitter just loves to get in on some kind of controversy
It's
or drama.
Truly awful.
Everybody's got to dunk on the flavor of the week. Drama. Sometimes it's entertaining. You know, you see like Sean Deeb beefing with some other random pro for no reason.
Yep.
People going back and forth about staking markup.
Hey, Christian Graton from Poland with a $15 Polish dollar super chat with a nice, cool green pear thumbs up moving GIF emoji.
Oh,
Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. Always love to see in our chat. I'm sure it's like 2 in the morning over there in Poland. 2:38. That's my guess. As George takes it down with the old Jack 10 on the button, we continue on.
Yeah, I barely remember some lessons as a kid. There were some fights for sure. But then, like when I got older, just like you're done swimming. You know, I don't remember learning. I just like know.
Getting close to the 8 o'clock hour, and it looks like Mr. Lagana is MIA, so it's time to set that like goal. How about 215 likes? That's it. 215 by 8 o'clock. I think we can do it.
I can do it. 20 minutes remaining.
Absolute garbage day board for both players. Thomas going to take it down with aggression.
Thomas doing okay for himself. I wonder if it'll show the winnings here shortly.
If you like money, hit the like button. If you like sick coolers, hit the like button. If you like $300,000 overlays, hit the like button.
Thanks for subscribing, the Retro Savage.
Get me out of here. I didn't mean to make
Somebody come and get your miney out of here.
That one was a little too off.
Steven raising it to 250, 8-7 at diamonds. The cutoff.
Hey, stuff happens, you know.
Dustin in the small blind, queen 9 again. Not suited this time. Taking a look at the VPIP, Dustin, Steven, and Rom leading the way, 30%. Voluntarily putting money in the pot 30% of the time so far.
And it's not like she's not trying to pay taxes because she wanted a check. So it's like, well, what do you, I don't even. Yeah, it's sort of a business account. How old was she? 50.
Dustin 6 deuce on the button. Say position raise. I call it.
Probably don't want to take on like 2% or something.
Yeah.
Raise and take it. This is why you raise the button, I guess. 6 high.
We're waiting for our next $40,000 pot. When is it going to be? When are we having it? Is it going to be for the next hour? I sure hope so.
I sure hope so as well.
I had a buddy like we went on like vacation as a group, like we were in his cabin, and he was like, "Hey, we need to settle up." Like, you know, some of them had like Chase Quick Pay or something. You know, I was like, "Hey, I'll Venmo you." And he said, "What's Venmo?" I'm like, "Oh, just sign up for this thing. Like, I'll just send it to you." And he like got on. He's like, "Man, I'm not putting my bank account some sketchy random ass." You know? I was like, "Man, like I don't tell you, like pretty popular right now." And then they went on to become like the
Anything from anybody will do.
Wash that deck.
Good gravy.
Brant with a walk.
He's like, "Why do you have to make me download this like sketchy app to like settle up?" And he's going by PayPal. Yeah, now it is.
Home in Germany, that's exactly like it's a big problem there. Nobody trusts you. They're super backwards. Nobody trusts any of these apps. People don't really use credit cards even still. Everything's paid in cash. Yeah, right? Really, people don't. Yeah. Wow. People don't do that shit. People don't Uber. It doesn't exist. People say just call a taxi.
Bunch of rags,
Wow,
napkins.
can we find anything for anybody?
Queen
JD?
10 for JD.
It's like somehow the best hand we've seen in out of 18 hands here.
Yeah. George, 10-9 is going to defend.
All right. King Eye. Again. Nobody with nothing.
You see people continue betting, c-betting on most boards with a king high when raising pre, and JD's going to take down some free money there. Thomas, like I said, leading the way, winning 3,500. Did Rom lose a big one?
Nope. He lost some middling pots. Remember, he got in that ace-jack squeeze.
Yeah.
He lost
right,
a little bit off the tizzy on that one. But George here needs some redemption. He is down almost 10,000 on tonight's stream so far. We're only an hour and 45 minutes in. He needs some help. Will he find it as Dustin makes it 250 with a king 10? Thomas with big slick in the hijack. He's going to bump it up right away, make it 800. JD was like, that was going to be my move with the 7-6. Let's get back to Dustin. He's out, and Thomas takes it down pre for 400.
Yeah, when I travel overseas for work, like they're pretty flexible about like expensive courses these days. It's like you give us a card, they want us to use the card scan, but like go to Europe or Asia, especially there's like there's so many places you just can't go. Yeah.
See, I know I'm going to lose this gamble, so that's why I'm going to gamble 10 instead of my max bet.
And they needed people to sign something. So just send me the document for email.
Yep, just like that. Heads up action, Queen 10 versus Queen 7. And a queen on the flop. Okay, some damage
Thomas.
might ensue here.
Queens and 10s. Rom with top pair of his own. The only spade. 600 from Thomas. And he's got a full house. 10s full of queens. Rom with 1% to chop, I guess. Spade comes in. Rom with the option.
So what happened? Your wife delivered her check?
He's got a spade blocker, and he's going to bet into Thomas with basically the nuts. I mean, there's not many better hands. 2,000. Thomas licking his chops. He's going to rip it and ship it all in.
Wow. Is Thomas balanced enough to get paid from this move? I don't think so yet.
Know. Maybe he thinks the only way he gets paid is if Rom tries to bluff catch, but Thomas crushing the game now for 7,000. I never know what to do in those spots where you basically have the relative nuts. Like, how do you get paid the most? It looks super sus if you click it. It seems like overkill if you ship it. I don't know, maybe full pot. Because you're never clicking it with a bluff there. Maybe sometimes you're shipping it with a bluff. I don't know.
I've written 3 for my mortgage, and then I changed companies, and they did online.
JD raising it to 250 with king jack off. Rom 2 5s in the small blind. He's changing gears a bit. 3-betting to 1,300. Dustin looks like he's got a hand. We don't know what he has. Gets out of the way.
Hard to call 3 bets with these holdings. And just like that, he gets it done. A nice move from Rom.
3-betting the 2 5s in the small blind.
Val dropping by in chat, says I haven't missed much blood, I see. Ben and Ben, how are we?
Doing all right, Val.
I'm all right, Val.
Oh, this is Val
guy.
from the stream.
Yeah.
Freaking love this guy.
Yeah, same guy you played with on table 20?
At the meetup game, and then he's played the streams a couple times. He crushed the What were they playing? 5, 5, 10? There was one of these streams. Where
I think it was 1-3.
1-3, maybe?
Yep.
Well, yeah, it was a Tuesday 1-3. Yeah, what's up, dude?
We did have one $28,000 all-in that was ran twice and chopped. We're looking for Max Payne, though.
Max DQ style Payne. Dustin, he's doing his part, raising another small blind. How was he in the small blind twice?
It's the pressure of playing high stakes.
No, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. Rom, I'm getting hands confused.
What it gets you.
Disregard.
Probably 1,000 people watching right now.
Hey, did you ever play on that Hustler?
I don't think so.
I've been looking for her right now.
No, you guys reschedule it once or twice. I don't know. Maybe still trying to.
Rom in the cutoff, Queen 10. Raise it to 300. Thomas. Rom's number, 3-betting it to 1,500. Insta fold from Rom. This isn't an easy game tonight. I mean, this is not a bunch of casuals chilling. I mean, you're going to get 3-bet so often in this game. But there was a pretty no-brainer situation. Queens in the small blind.
Guys, we got about 12 more minutes before we are finished with our light goal for this hour. So we need to hit 215 in 11 minutes. Can we do it? That's only 45 likes. There's 444 of you watching right now. So hit that little like button, as now we have a pot developing. Steven King Queen 3-betting at the +1 with the King Queen off, facing the old big slick for George. He's had this hand a little bit tonight, but he's looking for some redemption. He is stuck, and now there he goes. He makes $1,000 pre.
4-bet instant fold from Steven.
Nicely done.
It's happened a lot with exactly King Queen and Ace Jack, where it feels like you see these pros basically 3-bet it all the time and then fold immediately when 4-bet. It's just not good enough to continue in a 4-bet pot with King Queen off. Steven with the tanks, 2 10s. Standard open, 250. Rom, repping it for the Roms with his hat. 4-5 of diamonds under the gun, +1. Three-bet from Rom with the 4-5 suited back over to Steven, which I know these guys have played hours and hours together, so there's apt to be fireworks here. Headed to a flop, 10s versus 4-5. Queen high board, inside straight draw for Rom. 6 pure for Rom after 3-betting pre with 4-5. Rom drills the 8 high straight.
Jeez Louise.
And Steven betting 700. Technically, he's got a gutter now to a 10 high straight. Rom facing a bet of 700. Raise right away from Rom to 2,400, and Steven gets away from it. It's interesting how quickly he folded. I mean, second pair in a straight draw. Rom could be, I don't know, doing that with a lot of different hands, but Rom hitting another nice card on the turn. German moneymaker, boom, in boss, Rom, that's right. Dustin, 10-9 of hearts. I love this hand. He's gonna bet 250. He's got 23,000 US dollars behind. JD, 9-7 of diamonds. King Jack for George, folds in the small blind. Steven absolutely defends with Jack 10.
Let's see a flop then.
Looks like 9-8.
I think it's 8-8.
8-8. Yep, you're right.
Blech.
I was wrong. Big turn coming. 4 clubs.
Yeah, big
Brick.
turn. Big turn.
Huge.
whopping
A 7 of
turn.
hearts would have been nice, or a 9 or something. Bet, instant fold. Dustin takes it down.
Now we got that banner pinned in chat here for the last 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes to go to get 215 likes. Gonna need some help if you enjoy the stream tonight. Hit that little thumb in the chat for us. Goes a long way, it really, really does, to make sure our algorithm is intact and we can see as many poker players on YouTube as we can.
George on the button, raising it to 250, 7-4 suited. Steven, ace-5 of diamonds, slam dunk 3-bet. You see a lot of the charts have this as mixing in some, I guess, 3-bet bluffs to balance. Over to Rom, ace-queen facing a 3-bet from Steven, which in a vacuum looks super strong, but also George raising button could be doing this wide. Steven knows that George could be doing that wide, so in turn, Steven could be 3-betting light. So you might see Rob put a 4-piece in here. 4-piece chicken tendies from Cane's. No slaw, extra toast, and extra sauce, and a 4-bet indeed. Box combo. Back over to George, who was 7-4 suited, who says, I was just playing. Steven instant folds. Rom correctly takes it down, ace-queen off. Gonna do it.
A lot of pre-flop play going on here. So we might be seeing any crazy, you know, board plays. But we are seeing a lot of pre-flop fighting. We're just waiting for premium versus premium here,
I know,
so we can
really
go all in
We need a cooler
one
setup.
time.
I don't wish financial pain on anybody, but we do kind of need a cooler setup.
I need it.
Again, me and German Moneymaker aligned. Rom, 100% 4-bet.
It's an open from Thomas with the queen 10 of spades, getting 3-bet from JD, the ace 9 of diamonds, a little on the lighter side of the 3-bet. I like it.
This is a hard poker game. I mean, you're apt to lose your stack any single hand in this game. Three-way, yeah, sorry, heads up.
Steven's gonna call it the queen jack of hearts though, and let's see a flop it comes. Come on!
4, 7, 5,
Can we
2
see an
clubs.
action flop one time?
JD, 91% equity with just ace-9 high and backdoor diamonds. So Steven's gonna bet 1,000. JD's gonna call. 10 of diamonds, what a great card for JD. Picks up the nut flush draw. His 2 pair outs are still alive. Oh, excuse me, Steven's drawing stone dead. 3,300 from Steven, back over to JD.
Not bad. Really not.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This is,
JD picks up the world.
This is nice.
These guys have got pretty equal effective stacks.
Poker on the BBC.
JD thinking Sky Sports or whatever the British sports.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Wow, yeah. Nice.
JD might pop it here. He might call to realize his equity. Who knows?
He's definitely drawing to the nuts, but he just has the best hand right now.
6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's a straight.
Can JD find a way to get to showdown? I mean, Steven
Oh my goodness.
surely isn't going to check this back. I mean, JD blocks 8-9. He blocks. He blocks 8-9.
Wow. Moneymaker wants him to rip it here. I don't know, man.
JD looks like he wants it, but he checks. Steven might do the same, or might rip it. Who knows? This is a dangerous board. Flush draws bricked off.
$5,500. That was a half pot bet. And now JD with the best hand.
I mean, this is so brutal. Like, we get to see that JD's got the best of it, but there's just, it's so hard to make a call here with ace-9. Or, I mean, I guess you could raise, try to get him off of it.
God,
but
check raise here is so strong, too.
And, I mean, if JD finds a check raise here, bro.
Yes!
Does it? Yes, dude. What on earth?
Yes!
Bro, this guy is
God.
insane. What? $35,000 pot with ace-9. Check raising river.
Yes!
What on earth, dude? That. How on earth do you find that bet?
Check raise gasm in the booth.
Oh my
Let's go.
God. JD just like read that perfectly. What is happening?
Oh my God.
This I have nothing for that. Oh my gosh, dude. Maybe that was his plan all along with the I don't know. I don't know how you get. I mean, that was a.
I can't stop smiling. I can't stop smiling.
If Steven has anything, that's like a $50,000 pot.
Yeah. He
I
just knew. That's why. Like he wasn't gambling. He was making an investment.
that makes me so insecure about my own poker game that there are people out here that can find that move at the highest level. As Dustin with forceful on the end.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like JD's got a full-time job, yet he's making these G-man level moves at very high stakes against really good players. That is the most baller bluff I've seen in a while. And maybe like other players can make that. I don't know. I'm just not good enough to do that.
Our shouts
so
are
it's
going to be on
impressive.
TikTok, just so you know.
It's impressive to me. I know. And people are going to roast us for it, I think. But still, it's like
check raise bluff for $20,000.
That takes just big old Costco-sized cojones to find a check raise bluff with basically air, knowing like he has. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude.
So David, if you're watching, you might want to timestamp the 2-hour mark.
Oh my gosh.
I
guess it's like having the 9 of diamonds is important because he blocks the nuts, and only he can have the nuts there. I guess I don't know. Yeah, and JD's acting like we're playing 25 cent, 50 cent. Yeah,
10,
maybe
8,
he's
7.
got a read on Steven, but
How
as
about
he flops
the joint?
the joint. 10 high straight with 6-9, pure turn card for him versus Brandt, who's got a straight draw to a jack. JD heater check one time.
There's draws out there that he can probably that he can get value from here, and he's gonna try and he's gonna overbet the pot.
1,000 trying to get paid.
Well, no, he won't. Jay Diggs.
German Moneymaker says JD's got a nice blocker and Steven's just representing nuts. Look at that stack. Did you see that cash that maybe you'll see it in the look at.
Oh my God.
It was like I think 30K in cash or so as Kev Boz gets in the booth. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And if you guys are having a great time, don't go anywhere. A couple words from TCH Live. We'll be right back for the flip. See you in a second. Absolutely. Welcome back to the second half of the stream now. Guys, what a hand that we just witnessed a moment ago. We're going to do a $500 Pilo flip here real quick.
You want to flip? Flip? I'm waiting for you. So you flip 500. You want him to flip? Oh, sure.
It looks like JD and Steven actually have $2,500 action on the side, so that's a pretty good game. You saw the couple promos there. 100K tournament going on in Spring, Texas, the 26th through the 30th. You're going to want to be there if you're in the Houston Spring area. We also have the cruise coming up next year. We'll talk more about that cruise in just a moment. Let's try a flip ski.
The queen two. Alright, we're good. Thank you.
Perfect. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
9.
Finally. 10 hearts. Shit.
10 hearts dead.
And I see now a paired board.
Ace.
So boats and quad aces are the nets. Let's take a look. I see ace 10 for trips. Is that it? Is that the best? All right, good enough. Trip aces with a 10 kicker. Look to be it. And finally something going Brant's way. I mean, he made himself back to even before the halfway point. Now he finds himself in the green. Or the black, whatever you prefer. But it is it's the story of George and Steven now that are going to be trying to claw back to even, if not into profits. Steven now down 15,000. And looks like JD took down the side action as well. Steven reloads 30,000 extra. And we are going to continue on. Lots of action to come as we are back. The halfway point. Ben and Ben in the booth.
You already know what it is. Mavs started.
Let's go. I was so distracted from our sick bluff ski.
I know. Everybody's just out there chilling.
Will the Mavericks get swept?
Dude, it is a packed house out there tonight. I mean, the 250K tournament's still going on. They're paying 12 places tonight. I think a min cash is $800 or so, and then it's like 7, 8 seats get to day 2. I don't know.
It's 8 seats get, well, it's they play down to 8%, they pay 12%, so
Okay.
8% goes to day 2, so that's going to be 8 seats today.
I see.
And
Yep.
then cash for a few extra seats.
It's embarrassing. Bluff's the best man.
Grant raising to 800
Not nearly as like.
versus Thomas, who's got top pair.
You made a sick bluff. You had queen high.
4 possessions already in this game. There's 0-0.
2,000 from Brant, betting into the best hand with pure air.
Well, that's a disaster. He just won 3,000 off this flip, so this is basically a free roll.
Oh, nice. JD just told Steven what he had.
Ace 9 diamonds.
Wow.
Good turn for me.
And there it is, first blood.
Flush draw.
There's finally points on the board.
Yeah. It's an and one, too. Wow.
Straight draw, flush draw, but actually I don't look at it.
All right, that's enough basketball for me. I'll shut up about it. Just so excited.
I'm surprised JD is telling him about that hand. I mean, that's one of those spots that you might keep to yourself. I mean, I guess he's going to see it on stream.
Just down and be like, this motherfucker's never from folding. And say 15,000 or whatever.
Rom, Jack 7 of spades. He likes to play. Bumping
He
it to
sure
3.
will. Yep, here we go. Does anybody else wake up with anything to play with? Looks like Thomas got a nice queen 10 of hearts in the cutoff. He's going to make a 3-bet. I love loosening it up a little bit with your 3-bet range. Rom's going to call with a Jack 7. Rom needs some serious help. And he finds it on the flop. He actually has a gutter and a pair. But open-ended for Thomas with backdoor heart possibilities. 8 pairs to the board. Now we find some hearts possibly coming to fruition here.
Straight flush draw. Right? No.
Technically?
No.
No, not technically at all.
He's got a straight draw and a flush draw.
One or the other, but not both. And now,
10.
Wait a minute.
Straight for Rom.
Yeah, that's kind of a cooler.
Yeah. 10s and 8s.
Rom needed help and he found it.
5K in the pot.
Think about leading river, and you were a janitor top of me, like, fuck you.
$4,000 bet from Rom. For value, Thomas kind of in a pinch. He's got top two, or he's got 10s and 8s, but he blocks the nuts, or he blocks the nuts straight.
Let's see all the streams. I probably had 890, probably had 10. That's probably what's going to happen. In 20 minutes, in 20 minutes, we're going to get 10. It's like they're both full of shit.
And he calls.
They're both full of shit.
$13,000 pot. Rom getting max-ish value for his straight. Wow.
That's crazy.
We've got a poker game tonight, folks. Are you not entertained? Are you not? Super high stakes live from Dallas, Texas, 5,100. This is big boy and big girl poker. Gotta have some cheddar lined up to play this game straight. I cannot believe that hand. That's, I mean, we're gonna get so much runway, or what's the term? We're gonna be able to use that. We're gonna be able to use so much of that clip.
Oh yeah, lots of free value.
Brant 3-bets to 700 with King 4. Dustin.
Cool.
Another +1 is going to complete. And it comes Kings
cooler.
4s. Kings and 4s for Brant. Brant finally with a real hand, a value hand for himself.
He is going to get some money on this one.
With an absolute gift, flopping top and bottom versus Dustin, who's got top pair with a queen. I mean, Dustin's got to think his hand's pretty good.
You ordered some portable AC units. Me and Ramos set them up.
Check, bet, call. 10 of spades. Now things get a little saucy for Dustin here, picking up the king high spade draw. So Brant not out of the thick of it yet. And it comes a 9.
And Dustin going to go ahead and lead for what he probably perceives as value.
I don't know. This maybe is like a blocker bet. And it works.
Wow. 2 pair is going to be the best hand.
So it kept Brant from making it more, but king queen. So Dustin a little confused with Brant 3-betting pre, king 4 suited on the button. That's one of those frustrating spots where it's like, dude, how am I not good here? Or at least if I'm beat, have a premium. Don't have king 4 here. Golden State is good. Chef Curry.
That was disrespectful what he just tried to do.
Yeah. German moneymaker agrees with me again. Nice block bet from Dustin. Lost the minimum. It's very true. So Brant raised to 300, ace 4 diamonds. Rom, king queen in the big blind. He's going to defend. So now Brant, having shown that king 4, might have to change gears as it comes king high for Rom.
$200 bet from Rom is a quick call, or excuse me, from Brant is a quick call from Rom, and a 5 now on the turn. Technically, it gives Brant some outs here. He's drawing to a wheel here. Ace is live as well, and it's gonna go check check. River card coming. Nope.
Deuce. Kings and deuces. 500.
He's gonna flick in the call with the ace high.
King queen is good. As Rom takes down another nice one, $25,000 stack. Okay.
Okay.
A walk. Guess when
All
you're
right.
playing this highest stake, guys are going to be a little more selective. Unless you're playing with some whales. Like, none of these guys are whales, I think. They're all card players. And they, I mean, I don't know any of their financial situation. I'm just saying they're probably going to try to play good poker and
Not
not
billionaire whales.
yeah. Not like splash it around high stakes.
The thing is, well, so that's the thing. So we only have YouTube TV, so if it's not on YouTube TV, then we'll have to see it on these TVs. I think we got it the other night.
JD talking about the TV like it's his living room. Yeah, we don't have YouTube TV here, but Brant, Jack 7 suited on other gun 1, raising it to 300. Dustin with King Jack calls, brings in Thomas.
This game, we also come to turn up the AC.
3 jacks in their hand. Will we see that jack high flop one time? No.
Queen.
Oh, king jack
Open-ended.
both of them flop open enders just like that. It's gonna check all the way around. And just
Wow.
like that, the 2
So
players drill the nuts.
Nut v nut.
So we're gonna see a huge hand here. but-
Thomas thinking he hit gin. Hopefully we can hope for him that Brant stays in because they'll need to split Brant's money. If
Can we get the Mavs game on that TV now? And on this one if you can? And can we crank the AC up by any chance back here?
Brant with an open and straight draw. Kev Boz taking care of the players, and Brant is out of the way. Dustin with the nuts. Gonna bump it. 23.
I thought they were telling me to fuck off. They said they'll take a look at it.
Yeah, just a quick 18K chop. Real fast.
$18,000 pot. Chop it up.
And this is where Mr. Vigil comes into the chat. He says, Ben and Derek, Ben and Ben. How's that saying go? How's the song go?
Which song?
Everyone likes a chop pot.
See, I never got the reference. I don't know the song.
It is from something. He told us in chat once. And I remember. It's from the big game when what's his nuts? Hold on. The guy, the comedian that commentates poker.
Gabe Kaplan?
Not the old ones. Not Norman. Well, Norman Chad isn't a comedian, but Norm Macdonald.
Norm MacDonald. R.I.P.
It's the young guy.
Joe Stapleton?
Yeah. Stapleton sang this song on the big game once. Back in the day. Everybody likes the chop pot. I've had this exact conversation on stream before, and I'm just looking like an absolute doof, just running it back.
It's all right.
That's all right. That is all right.
Now I think they're going to drag this out. For Vegas, you know? Vegas wants to drag it out. Vegas is like, drag it out.
I just walked out and during the flip and got a bottle of water, and I saw that Derek was still in the mix in the tournament. Final, like, 17 players. Good luck, man.
Yeah. I will tell you this TV. I was trying to tell you a second ago. This TV is like probably about 45 seconds behind this TV.
Looks like Steven moving seats. Dustin, pretty hand. Ace King of Hearts in the cutoff. 300. Thomas on the button. 2 10s. He's going to 3-bet it. 900. Classic flip situation. Although Thomas 60% equity. You might see Dustin 4-bet. He'd just rather get it all in, maybe, but he just calls.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Well, this doesn't happen a lot, but it's a situation where Dustin put in 2 chips, where it's over half the amount that was raised. So now it has to be a min click. So it was $1,500 for a 4-bet. And now Tom's getting 1,000,000 to 1.
I think he's happy to
Set
do
one.
it, and it comes
Yeah,
ace
yeah,
high.
it is. Ah, jeez. And Dustin's going to check because he knows he's just way ahead here.
3,200 in this pot. 2 10s for Thomas, and he's going to induce quarter pot size bet from Thomas. Dustin with top. You know. We know this is super strong. This can be interpreted multiple ways.
Ride it out. Just remember I gave you a chance to duck out.
A rip.
A $20,000 rip with top pair and gets Thomas to immediately fold.
$7,000 rip.
Oh, excuse me, 7,000. Sorry. JD winning 10,000. Rom as well. Steven losing about 16K. Wow.
Steven's on the hunt for a big hand. Will he find it by the end of the night? Don't go anywhere. Plenty of 5,100 action from Dallas coming to you live. Ben Miney, Ben Kirby in the booth for this fine Tuesday evening. Normally we have our Tuesday Black Chip Bounty Tournament going on in the background. But today's a little bit different. We got our $250,000 tournament going on in the background.
Room is popping. Every table full.
Is it popping?
Cash games line the hallways all the way to the door. JD raises it to 250. Jack 10 suited. George suited king. Happy to defend as it comes ace high. Broadway draw for JD. C-bet at 250. You got king 3, you just don't have a ton of wheel room. JD's going to take it down. Just a straight draw. Hope everybody's having a good night and a good week. Tuesday night. Doing this once a month instead of every week. Switch things up. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream, enjoying the steak, enjoying some of the new faces at the table. Switching things up.
And
Julian.
There he is. See?
In the
See?
chat. James Hardigan. I don't know who that is.
You do. He's the Euro commentator that commentates the the EPT.
Oh, yep, I do. I do know who that is. Yep.
Guy that sounds like he could do Love Island. If you've ever seen that show.
Very distinct voice.
Those announcers are very similar. The Love Island commentator and James Hardigan. Would not be shocked if they were the same person, to be honest. Oh, Steven, get a little frisky.
Yeah, let's change the gears a bit.
He just wanted to get out of that one seat.
Now I can see everybody. Put a little physical pressure on Rom. And Dustin's going to fold the 2 9s. Brant, not scared. Heads up, Queen 10 versus Ace 3.
And there's that ace right there on the flop, as has been coming every single time, seemingly.
Steven continuing after 3-betting pre, representing the biggest aces. Brant's got one, unfortunately, though, for him.
He is ahead, but he can't like his spot in Brant. And a king now on the turn brings in some more of a bluff candidate for Steven. Makes it easier to barrel again.
Steven
But
can definitely have all the ace kings, but now he picks up true equity, or true outs, like where he can hit Broadway with a jack.
in fact, gonna check it instead of barreling.
Might be setting up a, okay, well. Now he's getting a free card, 6 of clubs.
That's Brick City. If it gets to showdown, Ace High's gonna take it, but I wonder if Steven's gonna let him get there. Looks like he will, and Brant with no kicker with his ace. Do you want to check here?
Yeah, you'd hate to get blown off of this trying to bet for value, but this is what separates profitable players from not, is finding ways to get paid a little extra on the end with your value hands, and he does. Bets half pot, 2,300. It's an immediate fold from Steven. I like the bet on the end, though. I mean, you puke if you get raised, but
I think Steven just kind of decided on the turn there after he got called that He was just done with the hand.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
just white flag ripped.
Physical tells. It's a pretty consistent thing when you see a player basically like staring off into space. It's generally genuine disinterest.
I think I don't mind just giving up there, as long as you plan to not barrel the river. Like, I either like check give up, or barrel. I'm in for either one. But a nice hand for Brant there. Finally getting some chips his way. But George needs some help too. He's stuck a little bit tonight, and looks like he's gonna go for a bit of a raise here. Maybe a 3-bet on the button with King 10 offsuit with $300. See if he gets any action. JD with the suited Jack 8. He is out of position, but I think he wants to play a pot here. I'm just kidding. What do I know? GTO fold.
GTO.
Boo hiss.
Boo hiss. Nobody knows how to play GTO. Except maybe German Moneymaker.
I mean, we call it TTO all the time.
That's right.
We have TTO on lock.
Yeah, we've got that at scale. Everybody's playing that here. Texas Theory Optimal.
We got one, bro. Look, that's what I call it.
We've had a very consistent 400 of you guys hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much. You could be anywhere on the internet tonight. You're here with us, Ben and Ben. Let's see another hand here. Looks like George's going to go for number 2, maybe a kill pot.
Let's play a biggie. Let's play a freaking biggie.
I'm ready. And now Dustin with a Jack 7. Says no. I guess these middling jacks are just not playable.
That I was hoping for.
These were not the droids we were looking for, indeed. JD gonna raise it up with the King 8 of clubs, make it 250 to go. And George here, gonna go for 3. Gonna make it 800 to go with the Ace Queen of Hearts this time. And now JD.
Like this card. Not a fun card. Versus the German. Versus the German.
Gets out of the way. Well, I mean, that's 3 wins for George.
He's got a ways to battle back.
Yeah, he wants bigger ones.
You know all the other resident Europeans?
Rom with 2 8s in the cutoff. Raising it to 300. Now everybody's going to be distracted by the game.
It's a pretty important sports event for Dallas people like myself and yourself.
Yep. 3-way action. 8's in the lead. Ace high. Thomas with bottom pair. Backdoor diamonds. That's a card.
How about a 10 of diamonds?
Picks up a diamond draw. And a straight draw.
8's miraculously still in the lead.
5
Oh,
of diamonds
no mas.
pure. Wow.
No mas.
So Thomas with 7 high flush. Only 900 in the pot.
Gonna go for 2/3 pots.
Maybe it's 80 million. There's probably like 1,000 per poker.
Ron might look him up. He blocks 7 8, but no.
Rodman off 2.0 or whatever. I'm saying they all come here. All here. They probably don't even spread things there anymore.
He's a big boy from Serbia. I know them from Roswell. I just met them in Austin.
Exactly.
You should change it up. Yeah, just a week.
50, 100, no limit. Texas Hold'em in Texas.
the best place for
The
it,
way
to be
God
honest.
created it to be.
This is no 5-card draw.
As fun as that would be.
As fun as it would be. This is no 5-card stud.
2 8s for Thomas on the button. Over to Brandt. King 4 suited once again. He's had pretty good luck with it so far. Defending it for a discount. Queen 7 5, 2 spades.
That's a money flop. We're going to see all the money get in here.
175 continue from Thomas. Brandt, there's some cards on the turn that improve you.
All right.
He's in there.
All
Splash
right.
in the pot.
Well, let's go then. How
10
about
of
hearts?
That's a
There
heart.
it
That's a
is.
card
There it
he
is.
likes to see.
8 of hearts on the river.
And it goes check, check.
8 of hearts on the river.
8 of hearts
Bing,
would be
give it to me.
sick.
Damn it.
Jack
Pardon
of
my
clubs on the end. Brandt with an opportunity to take it away if he wants it. But no.
8's going to take it down for Mr. Thomas. You ever heard the phrase doubting Thomas?
Yeah, it's
I have not
biblical.
heard that phrase until about
It's from the
2
Bible.
weeks ago.
Thomas
yeah.
was one of the disciples
Yes.
that didn't believe that Jesus rose from the grave.
Therefore,
Doubting Thomas.
and scene. Veggie Tales.
There's never ever show like VeggieTales. It's time.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a hand. Rom Kings. He's going to raise it up. Make it 400 to go. Ay, ay, Chihuahua.
Now that's a throwback. Thomas folds the ace-5 suited.
And
Oh,
jacks for George.
He knew that George had the jiggities. This could be our big
Oh,
hand
no.
here, folks.
Shoot. Wait a minute. Is that 1800? Oh, my goodness.
1800.
Oh, my
Rom
goodness.
with a
Rom
gift.
is just loving it. And George needs a jack on this run out, or he could lose some money.
Be wamboozled, as Norman Chad says. So, Rom with a decision here. You can call, you can 4-bet, you can fold. Now this is going to send alarm bells off to George. This is a huge bet. 5,600. George just might rip it, but this definitely looks strong. George is stuck about a stack of high society, so he's over it. And he finds a correct
Good
fold.
fold there, George.
Wow, nice
oh
fold.
boy, oh boy.
He's got to be thinking that so far nobody's really shown many big 4-bet bluffs.
See Barkley in the pregame came in on a horse. Yeah. He couldn't get his damn foot up. He tried to get off of it. He couldn't get his foot up off the saddle. He was stuck, bro. Yeah.
$5,100. No limit holdem. Bunch of napkins, queen 10 for JD. Raises it to 250. George, 7-6 suited. In the small blind, having to make a big fold there pre. He's going to 3-bet it. 1100. Instant fold. Luca's a saucy boy. It helps to have superstars on your team.
He had no business making that shot. I'm sorry. Like that. Ooh.
Bit of Steph's his own medicine,
Anyways.
and then he responds.
Anyways. Let's look for maybe a $36,000 pot.
Let's go. Dustin, 2 8s under the gun. Good start.
Looks like Brandt's calling. Pocket threes. All right, fine. And now George on the button with the ace-5.
He might squeeze with a player calling in between. He does. 1100.
think the solver says to put this hand in your 3-betting range on the button every once in a while.
With dead money out there, yeah. Back to Dustin, who
He's
would
in the
rather
middle.
not. Yeah, he would rather not mess with it in early position. Brant with 2 threes and 27,000. Is that right? Is he at 27,000?
Yeah, that's about right.
You know, that's a physical tell there that he kind of looks like he's like, all right, F it. I'm in there with the marginal hand. And it comes queen, jack, deuce,
Triple
all spades.
spades.
Brant with the only spade. But George, range advantage,
No fear.
betting 850. Threes is pretty thin to continue, I think.
Problem is, his bet's not that big.
It's not that big. You don't know
All
what
right.
to do when a spade comes. George taking out a nice one. You know, made a big fold and is back to business. Yeah, the 8s are close, but I don't know. Feels like you can't make a right decision with the 2 8s.
Ace queen for Thomas, under the gun. And he's gonna make it 2.5. Back to Romsky.
Huge
Dustin
stack.
Queen. And very physically tall stack. And a lot of money. $25,000 is a lot of money.
Dustin with a nice hand as well. King Jack suited.
All right, well, let's go to a flop then. 4 ways.
Thomas. Somehow Dustin has the best of it as it comes Jack high. I guess because Rom has one of his outs. 3 of spades turn.
No improvement for either of the other holdings, so Dustin gonna go ahead and bet his hand now. 750 is the number, and no one with anything to play with, so he'll take it down.
Yeah, I'm ready for these stacks to go in the middle, folks. I'm out on these $1,800 pots. Watch that deck one time there, Kev. Give it a good shuffle. This is a live game. 15-minute delay. Real cash on the table. Well, in the form of chips. JD, that's 34,000 actual dollars he's got in his stack of chips there, which is hard to fathom as a normal McNormalson. And takes it down. Might see him change gears again now that people are playing a little passively. Other than George, you know, he 3-bet 3 hands in a row.
What's up? Just playing mind games out here. Dustin, don't worry about it. Getting in his head.
Hand number 100 of the evening. We've
Wow.
made it to 100 hands.
That seems fast, right? 100 hands in
Sal
2.5
has
hours?
one of the best post-flop game control or some of the best post-flop game control I've ever seen. His pitch is like fast, but he's not like Janik fast or anything.
Uh-huh.
But the way he runs his game after the pitch is over is just
super fast.
So
100 hands in 2.5
fast.
hours seems like a pretty good rate.
he crushed, I think, 75, 80 hands the last time he dealt the stream
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
in a half hour, which is just stupid. So
Really stupid.
PK says it's the best live game going on, and that's Texas Card House Live. Thank you so much for the nice words.
Doing what we do.
And y'all, if you know what time it is, you already know. After this hand, man your keyboards. It's my favorite question. Y'all love to hear it, so be ready to go. I'm going to ask y'all just a quick question after the conclusion of this hand. Jacks for George. He's going to try jacks again. Hopefully he doesn't run into kings this time.
Two-piece McJiggities under the gun. Bunch of nothing.
Oh,
Folds
nothing
around.
burger, baby.
Raise and take it.
I mean, a better result than losing, you know, your 3-bet pot last time. All right, well, let's go. I want to know where you guys are from. Let me know in the chat. If you're watching poker somewhere around the world today, let me know your location in chat. I'm going to read out the first, I don't know, 20 or 25 or so that I see.
He's also JD's nephew.
Let's go.
Rep it for your city. Put on for your city. Make yourself be known. It's an international affair here at Texas Card House.
We want to know where you're from, so show some love for your geolocation.
Ace Jack of Diamonds for Rom, raising it to 300.
That's what he says. He says, fuck the euro.
I think the best bluff he showed was 10 Jack of Hearts.
Speaking of 10 Jack, Jack 10 of Spades for George. Oh, interesting. So Royal Flush Draw for Rom, George with a pair and a straight draw.
To a turn card comes a 7. No real improvement.
Straight flush
going
draw
on
now for
here.
George.
I suppose that is true.
So now it's straight flush draw v straight flush draw. Big river card come in. It's a 10. Trips.
But no help for
George.
Rom. George going to try and target any king, anything. Pay him here. Shows that royal draw to his neighbor and puts it in the muck.
George taking down another one. George has got a stack to where if he doubles up, he's got a much better night going for himself, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to find any big ones.
All right, so we got some locations here. I've got Austin, Texas, Tulsa, Mines of Moriah, Arkansas. We've got Dallas,
Razorbacks.
Venter, New Jersey, LFGville, Seoul, North Korea, DC, Mansfield, China, Dunkirk, New York, Cahuita, Costa Rica, LA, what's up, LA, Forney, Texas, Arlington. There's some Texas porns.
Eggtown, Swagtown. That's where I stay.
Go. Let's see, Alaska. We got down the street. North Carolina, Roy's City. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with Ben and Ben in the booth tonight.
As it comes trip deuces for
There we
Steven.
go. And a sub here from Ryan Howard as well.
Over to JD, just 10 high. Check 2, he's going to bet. Bet and a call. Steven with the absolute world right now. 4 of hearts.
He's a fun guy, though.
German moneymaker with the Royal Flex, playing Scoop on Poker Stars and vacation. Must be nice.
I think he had to go out of the country for like 3 months or something for a visa thing. Oh, that's what it is.
Check the play on Stars.
90 days, every 180 days.
So Steven getting a little more out of JD, checking it over. As he bets 800. He might elect to raise it on this turn. But maybe not. It's the benefit we get as commentators. We get to speculate both sides. So this really looks like a bluff, but JD just has nothing. Steven's going to take it down.
Just be sociable, you know, just talk and joke and like give some action to some flips. I don't know, just be a normal person. That's all, just a fun thing. A lot of them take it too serious. That's all.
Let's put some straddles on there, Dustin.
Why not? Why not? Come on. All right, fine. We're just bloodthirsty here in the booth.
I know. Just itching for the action. Y'all got any more than pots? Dustin under the gun. He's doing his part. King 8 of diamonds. It's a call from Steven. Here we go. Classic high stakes poker action. 7-5 off and 7-5 suited. Here we go.
Best of 7.
Ace queen 6, 2 spades.
I mean, they're
Come on, Kevin.
already down 3-0, best of 7.
Work with me there, guy.
We gotta win 4 straight.
Dustin gonna bet range,
Never happened in the history.
in addition to just a nice Hartley C-bet. Just gets it done.
Takes it down. King 8.
2-0 and then won 4 straight. I don't think so. I mean, last year was good at game 7, right? But like, they go back and forth. We 3-0 and then.
What would I have to offer for you to bet 50K?
What kind of odds?
Yeah.
You want me to bet and you get the other side? I don't know. Because I'm sure there's a line for it. There was a
Never
line.
happened before, man. It's gotta be a big number. Huh?
Yeah. There's gotta be a big number.
Like 20 million? Like 20 million to
Well, he's foul caught it. 250 from Thomas. King queen under the gun. Brant A6 suited. Gonna raise it.
until it isn't.
Thomas gonna fold the king queen quickly.
The old raise and
If
take
they
it.
saw the hands Brant was playing, I think he'd stick around with the king queen. But Brant hasn't had to show down many hands.
Never happened before. How many seasons is that?
Rom winning 10 G's. Steven losing about 20 G's. With a little bit of rounding. Jack 9 suited. George's got ace king. In the hijack. Quick raise to 800. Over to Dustin, the Ducks in the small blind. He would love to be on the button here. Sucks to be in the small blind here facing a 3-bet. He can call and just pray he doesn't get 4-bet, and that's what he's going to do. Because it sucks to show up with deuces in a 4-bet pot 3 ways if JD 4-bets.
Yeah, it's not great.
But I guess. So this makes JD a little concerned with Dustin calling in between it. So he's just going to close the action, calling with the Jack 9 suited. Let's play a big one, baby. Ace 10 deuce. And it comes 7-6-3.
Literally
Rainbow.
nothing. Literally nada.
Eight of spades on the turn. Now JD picks up the world. He picks up a straight draw and a flush draw. JJ McLeod says, I've confirmed with the man himself, JD was indeed value betting ace king versus Steven's ace queen earlier in the stream. What a gen. Yeah, if that's true, that's, I mean, that's sicko mode.
That's stupid. Good stupid.
1600 from JD. This might get it done. George with no pair with a player behind. Who knows? Dustin thinking about it with the 2 deuces.
What would be my best turn card? I was like, maybe like 8 of spades would be
Yeah, that was your best semi-bluff turn.
There we go. Just build a card sometimes. It's the best turn card in the deck.
Make it happen. Visualize.
Visualize. Put it out there.
Steven to 250 with the Jack 9. Dustin, queen deuce suited. JD 10-8 suited in the big blind. Three-way action.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we
Two hearts on the
go.
flop.
That's what I like to see.
JD flopping a hard draw, as does Dustin. Pair and a flush draw. And Steven's got top pair.
Yeah, this
I'm
is,
sorry, I'm just catching up to this in my brain.
Yep, this is what I like to see.
This is what we needed. There's $80,000 between the two of these
Jack of hearts one time, please.
players, between these three players. $1,400 bet from Dustin. This would be pretty sick if it comes the Jack of hearts. Did you just say
I
that?
just said it out loud.
Yeah, okay.
That's all
My
right.
brain's
You called the six of spades first last time, so I'm calling the Jack of
it's
hearts
close
first this
to
time.
the end of the night for me. Yeah, Jack of hearts would just be the $90,000 card. I don't know how you just fold top pair, facing a raise and a call. I don't think so. Not getting 4-1, but Steven.
He is going to find the full, so
Correct. I don't think that's.
it wasn't correct as far as the equity-wise, but as far as what could have happened, I mean,
Now JD catches up with his own pair. Worst flush draw. So a saucy bet, 3,300. JD's going nowhere. He might even raise it.
I mean, yeah, he just turned top pair, already had a good flush draw.
I think he's probably
start
happy
with.
to get it in. This would need to be a that would need to be like a $10,000 raise. So we got a $10,000 pot. Ace of diamonds.
But we could see a barrel here from Dustin if
Yeah.
JD checks.
He does check, trying to get to showdown.
I think we're seeing a big barrel here.
I think Dustin probably knows the deuce is pretty thin. Bricks everything off. Nobody raised pre. Steven raised pre.
He
Checks it
checks
back.
I mean, that would have been an interesting, huge barrel on the river should he have made it.
JD with an absolute gift on the turn. The 10 of diamonds fades everything and wins a $10,000 pot. And what do you know?
I mean, Steven gets bailed out too. He would have.
That's true.
He would have had
Yeah.
second pair.
Steven correctly folds top pair on the flop with a little bit of action.
I played it because this guy earlier was like, you're gonna fuck someone with a 10-8 suited. So I was like, okay, this is the hand. Yeah.
And then, no surprise to anyone, JD is winning 15,000.
At least the hearts were right.
If a heart came, that would have been truly disgusting.
It's a good ad. It's some like some ad
Brant gets a walk.
All right.
All right. Imagine turning $500 into $60,000 with 2 days of work. Sounds really nice to me. You too can get in on some of that action. 250K guarantee all this week. Day 2 playing on Sunday. $500 gets you $60,000. That's my kind of math. All you got to do is beat a few hundred people in poker.
Really know about the ace. Like, this fucker has an ace high flush draw, and then just I turn a pair on him, and he turned a bigger pair on me.
Brant 3-betting to 1,000. King, queen off. Gets everyone to fold.
Wow, I checked an hour ago, and there were 17 players remaining left in the day 1B. And there's now only 50. There's still 15.
Jeez, they
Two
must be
players have gone.
grinding.
It's a deep game.
Is it?
It's huge. 50,000 starting stack with very minimal increase on the blind levels.
How long are the levels?
30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
It's deep. It's really deep.
That's a long day of poker, for sure. But also, you get to play a little poker instead of just raise and
cool pocket pair. Guess I'm
ship
all
it.
in.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, cool ace deuce. Guess I'm all
Oh,
in.
look, the blinds are up again.
Some people thrive in that kind of poker environment, though.
Yeah. Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah, queen four offsuit.
Queen 4.
It's the best hand.
Sweat. Surprise.
JD's got ace jack. Quarter. Defend from Rom, ace 5 suited. Rom flopping a low. JD with just ace jack high.
Wasn't ready for that one.
Back to the great game. Comes a 4. Double gutted now for Rom. $40,000 in his stack. And it comes a deuce wheel.
Weird.
Hump checks again, knows he's not getting paid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is. Fortunately, he won nothing. Nothing. $550.
Mom, did you know you hit a straight?
Rom knew that the only way he gets paid, I guess, is if he gets JD to bluff.
Runner.
A couple players now in the red tonight.
Huge block from Dallas there on the breakaway.
Did you get the foul on that? I don't think we did. Was it Kleba? Is that why they're showing him right now? Yep.
Bah! It's all ball, baby.
Yep. There have been some really bad calls on some of these blocks in the playoffs. You should have seen the one in the game last night.
Steven folded over to him on the button. Ace 10 off.
All right, let's go. Let's see a big one right here, and I got a 10.
Aces and
deuce.
10s.
All right.
No one else has anything.
Nope.
Steven with top 2. Same bet.
All right. Nice hand for Steven. We continue.
I heard the NBA is really upset with the Mavericks bench. Because they're like standing all game and blocking the fans and stuff. Huh? You been?
It's true.
Yeah.
They've been fined $250,000 already.
What? Because they're blocking?
50,000 once, and then $200,000
Because the team is standing the entire time because they're so hyped?
being excessive, yeah.
They got fined the last
And they're doing that on purpose, or they're just hyped?
They're just hype.
And the team's like, well, we'll just pay. And the people right behind them are screwed with their $5,000 seats. Wow. Doug R says we need to find a new Bildo or Milkman. Yeah, I would love to see Milkman come back through. Man, that was a sick stream in itself.
That was a 6 stream, and you can find that stream in the archives on our YouTube channel. You can actually find all of our streams on the YouTube channel. All you got to do is head over there, and we have a whole playlist of raw, unadulterated stream action.
Huge pots. Milkman
So many.
was in there with, what an amazing stream to watch and to commentate. The yellow canary chips were brought out.
Oh, boy.
That was a big poker game. As it, George raises to 250 with 2 9s. Call from Rom and Dustin. And it comes ace, king, deuce. Top pair for Rom. George with a pair and a spade draw. Five. Dustin picks up a wheel draw. 500 from Rom. KC for sure. 500 and a call. Pair flush draw and a straight draw for Dustin. The nines get out of the way, and it comes a 3 of spades. So how do you want it? Dustin hits his straight and his flush. You know, 4 high flush isn't exactly something to be thrilled about, but if it gets to showdown, he's going to win. Rom checked. Check back. Spades are going to do it. $2,000 headed over to the oil tycoon himself.
Do you think he played the flush or the straight on that one?
He had his choice, you know?
He really did.
It's not often that you get your choice in no limit hold'em. Big Bird Pikachu's 5K chips. Yeah, I haven't seen those come out in a while. I mean, this game is the type of game where you should see them, but there's just no, like, wacko whales playing tonight.
I mean, there's no stack above 35K right now, so,
Right. So
they don't really make a lot of sense yet.
Ace King off for Steven, raising it to 250. Rom, suited king, calls to 250. Dustin,
Here we go.
210s.
Here we
Could be
go.
Squeeze City, just calls.
Ace 10 deuce board, please.
Very much under-repped his hand. JD gets out of the way with the ace 6. Brant, he's going to defend. Queen 8, 4-way action.
Not
And it
even
comes
close.
deuce 5, 4, all hearts.
Louise.
Who has what? Brant's got the only heart. 10s,
10's in the lead, though.
well in the lead. I'm sorry. Somehow Brant has 44% equity.
It's just his It's just his over that's live and any hearts.
Interesting.
I don't get anything
I don't
else.
understand poker math. I should, having done this for 20 years. But I do not.
All right, well, 10's take it down anyway. And we saw George go on a little run a little earlier, but like we were talking about, he didn't really get a lot of meat on those bones.
He had a lot of frequency, but not a ton of, you know, umph-diddly-umph to those pots, you know?
He needs a big one, and so does Steven. Steven is down over 15K tonight.
Yeah, I don't think Steven's exactly worried about it, but it's not as fun to be
it's a
losing
session, right?
15. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as fun to be losing 15 than it is to be winning 15. Steven raising it to 250.
He's just going to get it done.
George gets it out of the way.
Went out to dinner somewhere.
Need to get this game out of the muck.
He's just kind of checking it. I think we were leading by like 8 to 10, like the entire, like on the first quarter, like all the way to the fourth quarter. We left and we went home, and I turned on to catch the live in the second half of the fourth quarter, and then like, I don't know, 10-minute drive home, we went from being up 10 to minus 10, and it was just like, we just like finished the game just like there, you know? Like, what the fuck happened? It's basketball, it's swinging.
Ragnar Overby with a good question. I wonder how many poker where are they nows would be positive. Seems like the big players either sink or swim. Yeah, I think the smart ones get into business or something, get into some ancillary income, and the degens are still borrowing money and, you know, doing their thing. But there's not a ton of like rags to riches stories, it seems like, anymore that are sustainable. Everybody's gained a little bit of weight. You know, it's not as glamorous as it once was.
Thomas takes down a little bit of a value bluff there.
Yeah, there are tons of people that were quote-unquote famous 2004 to 2000 Black Friday, 2010, that nobody even talks about anymore, that are probably, I mean, who knows, drifted off into obscurity. Final hour of the 5100 No Limit Hold'em stream. Ben and Ben with you for the last 3 hours.
Heyo.
And into the final hour we go. 440 of you with us currently. Thanks for joining us and sticking with us through the last 3 hours. Some high stakes poker as George raises it to 250 with king jack of diamonds. Rom defends 4-5. And flops a 4. Check, check, king jack high for George. 10 on the turn.
Check, check again to the river. How about it? It's a 5. Now 10s and 5s with a 4 kicker for Rom. He's going to bet and get called by king high. The 5 is good.
Ship the cheddar. Rom, hard to beat. Hard to beat this man.
Hard to beat.
Yeah, I mean, Rampage, you know, the vloggers have definitely created a new category of glow-up stories. You know, he was, I mean, he's been playing poker for what, like 4 or 5 years or something? Started playing 1-2, and now he's dropping 50 to 100,000 in some of these cash games. Won a couple bracelets, or at least one bracelet. Yeah, but even so, like, the vlogging thing is an additional revenue stream. It's not just pure, like, being a grinder. It is a grind, but you're at least diversifying your income a bit where you're not completely relying on the variance or the results of variance. Steven raised to 250 with 8-5 suited on the button. Rom just calls king queen hearts in a small blind, and Dustin comes along as well. King 7 off, and there's a 7, and Steven flops the joint. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 cards in sequential order. It's what we call a straight. He's going to bet.
Second joint.
You're right. Second nuts, excuse me.
Just before they get you.
Sorry, it feels like just.
It really does.
Yep, it feels like flopping the nuts, but you're right. Second nuts, excuse me.
I'd rather it be me than them.
Oh, for sure. 100%. And it probably will still be them.
It will be.
Because there's even a slight delay.
Yeah.
So Steven with the check mark and 2 callers, likes his situation. 1,500 in the pot. He's going to overbet the pot. Flopping the straight, taking it down.
That's right. 55 minutes left in action tonight. You guys have been an amazing viewership so far. Always chatting, talking with us, talking with each other. 222 likes on the video. I think it's totally fair to ask for $299. Ask for 299 likes by the end of the stream, and then we will ask no more. And if you're just joining us now, you've been tuning into 5100 and Queens for JD. 5100 from Texas Card House Live. See if he gets any action with these queens. Looks like Rom with the ducks is going to come along, and
one time,
oh
let's get a queen deuce board. What's Thomas got?
Who knows?
Queen deuce, queen deuce, queen deuce, queen deuce.
Neither. In fact, it's an overcard to the queens even. That's going to go check, check over to Rom, who's going to check back. Turn card coming. It's a deuce. It's a set.
Deuce of diamonds.
We don't know what Thomas has, but front door diamonds are there.
Miracle turn card for Rom. So far, JD's losing the minimum with the queens. And Thomas is check raising to 1,800. Thomas only has 5,500 behind. Rom might just put it in. But he just calls.
River card coming. What does Thomas have? It's a true sweat. 9 comes in.
Pairs the board. Deuce is full.
If Thomas has a flush here, Rom just made all the money. Oh my God! All in it. Wait a minute. $15,000 pot. What does he have? We don't know.
We don't know.
Oh no!
Thomas must have had a flush or something. $15,000 pot with Rom turning a miracle and rivering even better.
Okay.
The deuce is out of here.
Okay, you saw ace-10 on the board, but I'm being told he did not have ace-10. It was just so that they could kill the hand in the system. He did not have ace-10.
I repeat, for Benjamin, he did not have ace-10.
Did not have ace-10. We may never know. Rom with another very valuable full house, getting max cheddar. It feels great to river a big hand and get shoved into. Wow. He didn't have the nuts. I mean, you know, he could have. There was plenty of a few hands that beat Rom there, but Rom happy to call off the remaining $5,500 and win another nice one.
Nice hand for Rom. Always nice to go runner. Boat.
Golly, yeah. Now, everybody let him get there. It checked around.
Oh, of course. Queen Jack versus Jack 7. What's it going to be? Ace high. It's like clockwork for Kevin here tonight.
Yeah.
And there is the room shot. Check it out. Lots of poker players in the room tonight playing Hold'em, Omaha, bomb pots. Let's go.
Tournaments and cash. We got all the variations here at TCH Dallas. Poker is alive
check out
and
who's
well.
still playing. I'm gonna go sweat. I'm gonna go see who else still in that tournament.
Very much
I'll be right back.
could still be added, at least in the money.
We'll see later. It's like that on me on the turn. You're good versus me on the turn.
Dustin in the cutoff. 2 J Diggities.
Like that on me on the turn.
Far ahead on the book.
Something like that.
Tens or eights?
Ace 7 4 2 spades. Nines versus Jiggities.
I had queen.
And Brandt's gonna lead 800.
Queens.
And Dustin with 2 jacks.
German for here to race and they go show him his boss finally.
Need queens to show me his boss. Come on.
Ace of hearts on the turn.
Queens do my bluff. I really want aces.
And it goes check, check. 4 of clubs.
I've never seen a hand you have like ace queen suited, you know.
You know what it is. You're right.
Brandt with 2 nines. 4,000 in the pot.
That's how it usually is.
Instant call from Dustin with the 2 jacks, and he's going to take down a $7,100 pot with second pair. $5,100 no limit. Final 50 minutes of the stream. What's the report?
So Derek is still in the tournament. In fact, as soon as I walk out there, he's all in with Jack 9 against Ace Queen for his stack as a short stack. Binks the Jack on the flop, finds the 9 on the turn, has him drawn dead.
Oh, what a
Just
miracle.
beautiful to see.
And are they, I mean, I guess they're close to the day 2
Kinda.
bubble,
They're
right?
still at 14, 15 players.
And they need 12?
They
8.
stopped playing at 8.
8.
So they
Wow.
they still got a night
So
of poker.
Are they on the bubble still?
Well, they're not on the bubble. They're not even in the money yet. They're like
12
2
is the money.
12
8
is the money.
day 2.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Wow. Good luck. I mean, they've
It's
been playing
also-
since when? Noon?
10.
Wow. That's, dude.
Yeah.
Those are the times where I hate playing poker. It's like, imagine playing. I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want to put it out in the ether for data. But
Yeah.
tournament poker can make you crazy sometimes. Three-way action. 4 clubs brings an open-ender for George.
It's also raining cats, dogs, and elephants outside.
Pair for Rom. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Shoot, I got to
Big
drive
time.
to Arlington
Big time.
after this. And I left my rain jacket in the whip. Dang it. George bet 450. Rom with the pair. Thinking about it.
You know what would really help would be TCH Live merch. That Champions jacket with the hood on it, that would be really nice to have in a rainstorm like this. In fact, I'm going to plug it in the chat.
Yes, it would.
Our merch store in the chat.
This comes a 6. Wow, Rom drills a 6
Whoa, wait a minute. Rom, what are you doing
nuts, actually.
here? What are you doing here?
He goes perfect. I'm sorry, George finally gets a big hand. Rivering the absolute nutter butters. 17 under the pot. He almost bets full pot. Instant fold from Rom.
There, I'm going to knit roll one more time, and then the next one's going to be all in tomorrow. Hey, RV Phil dropping by for a 1999 Super Chat. No comment, but thank you so much, RV Phil.
Appreciate you, RV Phil. Great character in the live stream week over week.
Gary C wants to know when I'm going to be playing on stream. Well, the final table of the $250,000 guarantee. That's,
I'm going to get the yellow
that's
TCH Live Champion packable jacket. That's a statement piece for sure. I wonder how long the shipping is.
I would guess 3 to 7 days.
I didn't plan this very well. So I'd like to wear some before going to Vegas if I'm going to make the TV table. Although I don't think they're live streaming though, and then hold them.
You can always get a Texas Card House sweatshirt or something like that up at the front counter.
That's true. True.
Or a hat.
A camo TCH Live hat. And the sublimated socks, of
course.
course.
The sublimated socks. You can't go home without them. Or leave home without them.
Yeah, bro. He's right there, you know. That is.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I didn't allow that.
well, I don't think they want to, you know? Yeah, I lost my cold.
300 here from Brant with the 6-5 of clubs.
No, really?
He's going to get a call from Ron with a Jack-10. Let's go heads up to a flop. It's just every time. There are clubs there, but...
Straight draw for Rom and a club
right.
draw.
I guess the king of clubs could still be cool.
King of clubs would make it interesting.
Chris Stevens saw that. He saw
Brant
it
v.
earlier,
Rom.
like, wearing the white
Did I
shirt
say
on the side.
Brant v. Rom.
Made him in for a pass.
7 of diamonds ain't it. Just a gutter for Ron. Brant here has no showdown value either, but the Jack High's good. King is going to be Bink City for Ron. He didn't need it. He didn't need it. Jack High was already good.
This is one of those nights.
But now he finds the nuts on the river.
Absolute nutter. He's drilled a few 2 and 4 outers tonight. And that's how you develop a winning session sometimes. Sometimes the night's going to go like this for you.
He did not need the nuts, but he did improve to it. It makes your hand look a whole heck of a lot better. Nice hand for Rom.
Be like a few rows back. You guys want to trade? You guys come sit down here by the players.
Oh my goodness, Sturdy
Wow.
with another 99.
Sturdy must have been having him some Michelob Ultras tonight or something.
Let's go, Mavs.
Let's go, Mavs. Even Mark Cuban signed into Sturdy's account, spreading the wealth a bit.
Sturdy,
Thank you,
that
Sturdy.
is so unbelievably nice of
$100
you.
super chat like a boss.
You got one cool, crisp high five coming to you next time I see you. Oh, and the birds for Dustin.
Brant, King 5 suited, raises it to 250. Unfortunately, Dustin's got the pointiest of boys. 2 black aces. Trying to get on some of those chicken fries. Dustin, 3-piece. Oh, to Brand, he likes the suited kings. This might be a little too rich. But he doesn't look convinced.
He's in there.
Oh, baby.
There could be
I like
carnage.
where this is going. 20K effective between both.
There's a
That's
5 on the board.
He's got a pair. He's got backdoor hearts. Dustin still well ahead. 4-1 favorite. You know, pretty coordinated board. for a 3-bet caller in position, but he's still got a pretty good hand with 2 aces.
2,500 is the bet. He wants to charge anything that's remotely connected on this board.
Brant might get some ideas. You know, he knows that this board doesn't connect very often with Dustin.
He is in there, 8K in the middle.
This could be our pot, folks. Deuce,
that's it.
brick on the turn.
Not it. Is Dustin capable of pulling off bluffs in this spot? He sends it!
Dustin's going to rip it and ship it.
Oh, no action. He's going to take down 4K in profit.
You know, I don't hate it. Like, it looks really bluffy, I guess. I don't know. Brant could try to be a hero with the king 5. I'm not sure. I mean, we get to see both hands, so we know that he could probably have gotten paid a little more.
I just watched a show on Apple TV called Severance.
It's supposed to be really good. I heard so many people telling me.
Everyone's been talking about it.
$200 straddles on. JD talking about the show Severance on Apple TV.
Good show?
We've been looking. I don't know. We've been looking for a new show. We just watched 1883 on Paramount Plus, the prequel to Yellowstone. It's like about the Oregon Trail, so it's like pretty heavy, and it stuck with us for a few days. Like, very well done.
To be honest, it could very easily get butcher after fall season. It's like it's a hard one to. Like,
Yellowstone's dope. I mean, that's one of the best shows on TV right now.
Good, but like, I'm with you there, but at the same time, the first season, like, as a standalone, like, pretty like. I'm kind of glad I watched it this way actually, because like it does get butchered. At least I like was able to like watch and appreciate it.
5100, 200.
Have you seen Westworld?
So I've seen a little bit of Westworld. I've only seen the first
You've
season.
seen the good parts. So
Yeah.
you basically don't have to rewatch it. The first season of Westworld is top notch.
Looking forward to driving in all this tonight.
Yeah. It's kind of got that Westworld kind of feel.
Brant going to make it 700 with the 5-4 in the big blind. George going to call in the straddle with the king queen. Let's see a flop. That's going to be a jack high board. No player connecting on this one. But the 2 overs are very well and good right now for George. And Brant's going to bet 1,000. George 2 overs and some possibility is going to make that call. Turn card's a 10. Now open-ended is the king queen. So now you're really not going to be shaking George out of this one, unless you make it pretty big. And he's in fact going to check, give up here, and now George can actually turn his hand to a kind of a semi-bluff here and take it down in case he's up against a single pair holding. Brant on much less than that. But there were hands that were beating him that could fold there.
200's out there from Steven. We got a big poker game now. 5100, 200. Val asking for an F in the chat for more action, boys and girls. Give him an F. Give an F if you do.
There's a leaky ceiling at the Mavs Stadium, at the AT&T Stadium, or American Airlines Stadium right now.
Is it getting on the court?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yo.
What do you have somebody that can get to the ceiling somehow, bro?
Yo.
You can't have everybody cool down.
I mean, they was at halftime. They're already at halftime right now.
Oh, they are?
There is no momentum lost
Oh,
here.
okay, good. I haven't been paying attention.
That's a yikes for me, Scoop.
Yeah.
10-7-5 on this board. Pair of 5s for Steven. Outflops the king, queen.
George with king, queen again. You know, I mean, you called him. I mean, is the maintenance guy on call with the freaking crane to get? Conspiracy theorists are going to be all over that.
They're going to turn it into a practice as they get this sorted out.
Doug R says, I don't have any Fs left to give. Steven with the pair, checks back, and a king pure on the end for George. 2,600 in the pot. Full pot, 2,100, or full pot-ish. And Steven fold.
We're trying for a big one in the last little bit.
I would love a big one.
A big one would be very nice. We know you want a big one because you're savages like us. You're no better than us. We just want blood. So let's see some blood. 47 minutes left of action here, or 37 minutes left of action here. Math is hard. Look at that.
No, that's. I don't know if that's
Look
a
at that
sustainable
sun- look at
solution.
that. That's crazy.
I guess it's a good temporary fix while they patch it up. I'm sure Cuban is thrilled. So comes queen high for the ace queen of Dustin, Brant, second pair,
All right,
and a diamond.
we can see it here.
1,500.
Dustin not going to be slow playing on this board. Brand is connected. He's going to call. We're going to see a turn card. It's a 7. That's not it. So ace queen's still the best hand right now. Brant drawing to a 10 or a 9.
Oh, this guy's. I mean, props
He's
to
got
them
a
being able to
slack
get
line.
somebody to like get up there on the freaking harness, start fixing it.
3,500 is the bet here for Brant if he wants to call with his second pair. Thing is, you have to only put your opponent on Jack 10 holdings and diamond draws, but you're blocking the Jack 10 holdings.
And diamond draws.
Also those. So he just has to believe him. Makes the right fold.
8,300 headed over to Dustin. Oil company owner. World Series of Poker circuit main event winner. He's got a banner up at Choctaw with his face on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would do great things for my ego. Those are the people you want to impress, the Choctaw goers.
Meanwhile, TNT gets to rake in all the commercial breaks.
Yeah, yeah.
They're the real winners of this basketball game now. Sports.
Sports games.
I'm assuming you watched the playoff, right? The PGA Championship playoff?
I did in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, JT with mega comeback versus
The old in the water double bogey.
yeah,
It's a choke.
versus what's his face? Zalatoris
Yeah.
from Dallas. That's crazy. JT, what's the stat? He's like the oldest current major winner or something. Like all the majors have been won by dudes that are like 25 and under. Makes me feel great about my life.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Queen 6-4 on this flop is going to be a pair for JD, outflopping the King Jack for Dustin. But Dustin going to continue here on range. Plenty of queens in the big blind range. JD is connected. He'll make the call. Deuce on the turn. Changes pretty close to nothing. 3-5 gets there.
Still ahead in position versus Dustin. JD's not the one to try to bluff.
And Dustin going to continue here. Looks kind of value-y, but at the same time, a little sus.
Yeah, he's trying to maybe out-level JD here by making it look like value. But JD, if it's cheap enough, it's just going to
smells
call
it
every
out.
time, you know?
Yep, absolutely. And a queen on the river makes it less likely that Dustin had a queen. But they're going to banter it up, and the bet is 1,200.
1/3 pot. He's probably just going to call instantly.
6 is good for 2 pair.
JD cannot be beat, folks.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I kind of thought you had the queen, but like I also like don't being bluffed. And if I just pay the money, then I can just sleep really well.
Yeah, JD likes to be a station because he doesn't want to get
If you have
bluffed.
the queen, then it's like, you know, what was I supposed to
Make
do?
him have it.
Right, it's just too cheap.
6 offsuit, you know?
Sometimes you can't overthink it. It's like, well, I've got a pair. It's cheap enough.
Now JD's stack has passed the 40,000 mark. We could see a $70,000 pot between him and Steven.
Let's go.
One boy could dream.
You're not the bottom, you're second bottom.
Yeah, this is one of those things, like, he's not out of the woodwork. JD could lose his entire stack by the end of the night. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen on this stream, especially in the final 30 minutes of the night as it comes ace, king, deuce. Second pair for Steven, bottom pair, backdoor spades for JD. Five of spades, JD picking up
Okay.
another beautiful turn card for his hand as it goes check, check, getting a free river. And what do you know? 9 of spades to give
You
JD
just-
perfect for the jack high
Just
flush.
wonder sometimes.
And Steven with the king of spades blocks the nuts. Half pot, 500 from JD for value. Instant call.
Wow. Rivers for
This
dummies.
is the JD game. Tuesday nights are JD's night. As he's winning almost $20,000 tonight. Most of that being Steven's.
Queen Jack for Steven. He's looking for a big pot. Rom.
250 and a call.
Don't know what Rom's got. And Brand with a suited ace is going to make that call as well. Let's see a Liberty flop. And King Jack Trey. So I see a pair for Steven. We don't know what Rom has. That doesn't matter anymore. He's gone. So now Brant going to release the ace high.
All right.
Steven takes one down.
Bet, fold, fold. Steven really looking to play a huge one to get back in the black. But he's the type of guy that's not going to force it. You know, this is not his last $30,000. I'm willing to bet. Shout out to those dudes at the
Dude.
top, fixing the roof.
I am paying those guys a lot of money to do.
Yeah. And like responding so quickly.
How about top 2 for Rom? Doesn't need it. He only needed one pair.
Oh. The in boss, Ryan Crow, showed up in the chat.
Oh,
What's
hi
up,
there.
Ryan? 5,100. Whew. Right indeed. How would you have ever thought in South Austin that one day we would be having a 5,100 no limit hold'em game
Stream to the masses.
streamed to the masses to 46,000 subscribers? It's cool how far we have come.
Ryan, can we make some patches for TCH? I want to rep those. That's a good idea. If you want, I mean, you could just stick that on any shirt you want. You don't need to buy a hoodie or anything.
Yep.
I need some TCH patches. Or TCH live patches, even better.
It's one of those times where they say, that's a really good idea, Ben. Why don't you run with that? Yeah. No, that
You're
sounds
right.
like a good
You're right.
project for you to own.
I know.
As Steven 3-bets to 1,000 with 2 ladies. Rom, 2 unknown cards.
That said, I'm glad you made it home safe from your Everest trip.
8-4. Did he climb Everest?
He went to the base camp.
That's dope.
He didn't go all. I mean, it's a cost of a bajillion dollars to go all the way up.
Yeah.
So. Like, oh, you know, like how like a full tilt poker would have like patches and stuff. You know, and sponsored players could wear it on their shirts. That's what I mean. But for like Texas cards.
Yep. Free advertising.
Free.
Well, cheap advertising.
I could stick it on my shirt when I go play the series or whatever.
So we've got a pot brewing here, 5,100 in the middle. Steven with 2 queens. A mega overpair. We don't know what Rom has. Ooh, big bet.
Wow.
5,000.
What's going on here?
And Steven would love to be on the right side of this hand. I mean, this could change his night. He's got an overpair. I mean, he's only losing to sets in 6-7, really. And he is going to call
15,000 in the middle.
We got a big one coming.
It's a 6. 4-liner.
Jinx, jinx. So what does Rom have here? A 15,000 in the middle, and Steven pretty much quickly called. $5,000 bet on the turn. Oh, this is a bluff, I think. It's too small.
7.
I mean, how many?
1,000 reasons.
I don't want to speak so definitively because I look like an idiot if he turns over kings, aces, or pocket 7s, or pocket 9s. $22,000 pot. I don't know how you fold queens here. Getting 3-1 in a 3-bet pot. Maybe aces does this. 3-bet to Steven 3-bet to 1,000. Rom just calls. It goes check, bet, call. Steven trying to get a word from Rom. Rom bet 1,500 on flop. Steven called. Rom bet 5,000 on turn. Steven called. And now Rom betting 7,000 into 15, putting Steven to the test. I just don't know how you fold, especially when you're stuck 20,000.
Cuts out 7,000. He's thinking about it. What do we think Rom has here?
Gosh, it's just like, ugh, I don't know.
What do we think, chat? What's he got?
Somebody says it smells like 10-10. It could be 10-10. But it could also be aces, kings. Ace, king of clubs or diamonds that brick off. It could be set of 8s, set of 9s. Wow. I really want to see this hand. Please, for the love, just get those cards scanned. It's so cheap relative to the pot, which makes Steven think that he's getting milked a bit, but still, like, are you no good 1 out of 3 times here?
Oh, God, come on, no!
Show.
Go. What is it?
What was it?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so annoying.
God.
That is so annoying.
Oh, that is really annoying. All right.
Maybe he'll say it.
Well, since he showed Steven, if I go and ask him later, he'll tell me.
Yeah.
6-7 from the start.
And I'll just have to relay it later because dang, I
You
gotta
say you
know.
have 6-7? wow.
Oopsies.
Alright, guys. Ace Club gonna be our card.
Raiding into the. Oh,
What a massive pot for Rom.
That was wild, dude. The whole thing.
no, there.
We're getting close to the end of the night. 22 minutes left, and you guys have been watching 5100 No Limit Hold'em action here from Dallas, Texas. Brought to you by the two handsomest Bens in the business.
That's right.
Ben Miney, Ben Kirby. It's what we do.
And things are starting to heat up in the TCH live streets. The $200 straddle's on. It's raining cats and dogs outside. We just saw a $22,000 pot. $7,000 river bet. JD's got 2 nines. Raising it to 250. Brant 3 bets to 800. And what do you know?
What?
Clint
Clint!
in the house.
With 20 minutes left?
20 minutes left and a
Man! Well, welcome, Clint. We would have loved to
Clint.
have you from the start.
Yeah, always good for the action. JD calls, Brant's 3 bet. Queen 6. Okay, flop for 2 nines. Queens and 9s for JD. Brant can only chop. He's got 2 chop outs.
He's going to bet 800. That's just a little small here.
Yeah, JD just isn't usually inclined to fold to these type of bets.
Jack on the river is not going to change a whole heck of a lot. It's going to check over to Brant. Brant, if you want to win this one, you're going to have to bet big. He's going to check
Plays the
give
board.
up here.
2 nines gonna do it. 3,400. Over to Mr. Diggles himself. He has 2 chop outs, the 2 6s. Six is full of queens.
Gonna have to stay there for the rest of the match.
Buddy, hold a bucket. Yeah. Hold that shirt. I'm good.
Brant under the gun. Jack 10 of diamonds. Potentially my favorite hand, raising it to 300.
I got a bunch of roofing buddies that some roofers licking their lips right now.
Heads up. Diamonds v diamonds. Comes king 3 deuce. Dustin with a straight draw.
500 on air. Dustin can. He does like to float these kind of hands.
Yep.
Just wants to see one more. Jack ball on the turn is going to be second pair now for Brant. Air turns into a little bit of something. Dustin's going to check over to him. And now the showdown value, he just wants to get to the showdown as cheaply as possible. 7 on the river is going to leave 6 high for Dustin. Maybe induce a bet from him. Otherwise, it's just a check give up. And that is a check give up. Dustin says, you win. Pair of jacks are good.
And Brant looks thrilled. Everybody looks thrilled.
Everyone just super happy to be here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We got 17 minutes left, and that like goal for the end of the stream, it hasn't been updated in the pin part, but it is 299 by the end of the stream, and that means we only need 59 more, and there's 443 of you watching. I know we can make this happen, but we're going to need your help.
What's the math? We need how many likes?
59.
To get to 299?
Yeah. Oh, do I need to refresh my computer? Hold on.
I show 164.
Oh, you need to refresh.
Okay.
So if you like what you're watching
Oh,
tonight, if you want to make it happen for us in the booth, make sure we don't get fired. We just need to get that like button.
That's right.
One time. Otherwise, we're going to get 2 random janitors back here that will be happy to watch some poker and commentate for you.
With really abrasive voices. Make your ears bleed. And they'll be PLO enthusiasts.
But on the real, though, we appreciate our new maintenance staff so much. For real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have added a just unfathomable amount of value to this place. How clean they keep those bathrooms, oh my goodness.
That was very much needed.
Very much needed.
And that's, probably a hard position to retain. Brand, after rebuying, picks up ace, queen of clubs. George, 2 9s. There's no way. Oh, Steven opened on the big on 1.
Steven on a call here. Try and spike a little something with the 6-4 of diamonds. And he will not find it. It's an ace high board. Brant with the best of it.
Brant, 22,000 in his stack. He's got money coming. He's going to continue betting 1,500. Gets out of the way.
$264, we're almost there, guys. Just get us to $299 for the last 15 minutes, and we will shut up about it, as I like to say. And Brant gonna reload 10K. All right.
Let's go.
So welcome Clint here to the stream. He's been played on our stream plenty of times.
Definitely a character, and he likes to play some cards.
Steven gonna raise it up with a couple Jingleheimer Schmitz to 250. JD with 8-7 of diamonds in the cutoff, poised for a 3-bet. He loves to 3-bet with these kind of hands in position.
It's Brant to fold the 2 3s. Back over to Steven, who I think puts in a 4 here a lot of the time. But he just calls. Heads up. Ooh, diamonds.
All right, JD finds some equity here, but the jack's still the best hand. It is an overcard board, though, with the ace-king.
This is a slam dunk continue from JD.
Yeah, and Steven just does not want to put any more chips in the middle. JD bluffing with the 8, semi-bluffing with the 8 high, gets it done.
– 13 minutes away. Can we get 26 more likes from what I see?
I think we could do it, but
there's plenty of people watching. We've got the momentum. Hit that like button for us. The last 26 minutes. Excuse me. The last 13 minutes. Half it. Go ahead and roundhouse kick that like button to the moon. Where are we at? Brant raised to 300. George called 300.
And
Clint,
here's that 3-bet here from Clint with the tanks.
ready to get in it, in the mix. Clint, a fitness coach, fitnesspreneur, I think I remember him saying. He didn't say that word, but I think he's got some fitness-related businesses. Queen, queen, 9, 2 hearts.
Have you seen his truck?
No.
Huh.
Is it massive?
You can't miss it. It's got him all over it.
I could have called that.
It's awesome. It's truly awesome. It's just like, you know, a truck with advertisement on it, but it's just big
It's his
Clints
face?
on the side. Yeah, yeah.
This will be sick, bro. This will be so sick.
It's a beautiful truck, too.
I
It's
mean,
like a
it seems-
$90,000 truck.
It
It's
seems
awesome.
to be working for him. He's driving the 90K truck, playing 50, 100, 200 on a Tuesday. $900 from George. Clint with 2 10s, having 3-bet pre. Doesn't want to go anywhere.
Gonna flick in a cool 900. We're gonna go to a turn card. And how about a 4? Does not change anything. 10 is still in the lead.
5K, I think George might slow down here, not knowing how Clint plays. George with only 1 out. But he's gonna, looks like he wants to continue. And all the queens would continue. He wants to tell that story.
Very small bet,
This
though.
is very small, 1,700 into 5. 10s. I don't know, this is close. It's cheap enough where he can just look him up, I guess. Unless you gotta imagine you're gonna face a big bet on river.
Clint gonna look him up one more straight. Price is just too good.
Let's see if George has got it in him. 8,400 in the middle
All right.
for
Checks the showdown. 10's got it.
$8,400 pot. I don't blame him for checking it back with the 8s. Like, it feels like he's got showdown value. But unfortunately, Clint had him pernoned from the beginning. Welcome to the game, Clint.
Welcome to the game. Most
Buy yourself
definitely.
some new tires for that truck.
I feel like this game's gonna be going on for quite a while tonight.
Yeah, I mean, where else are you going to find a 5,100 game in town? But also, this isn't the easiest lineup to play. It's a good stake if you're trying to play high, but pretty tough lineup. Folds over to Clint on the button with 2 ladies. That's the type of guy that you just don't think he has it. He's got that whole vibe that just feels like he's bluffing, but he's got the goods here once again. Queens v ace 10. Big flop coming from Kev.
Oh boy, here we go. That's what I'm
Yikes.
talking
8, 10,
about.
7.
No, nothing against you, Steve. This is what we've been waiting for. Flop like
top
this.
V overpair, and it goes check check. A little deception here.
Oh, and a 4-liner might kill the action. Or will it? Steven gonna go ahead and bet 250. Little pot. I mean, it's a small pot at the moment. So that check very well could have just been for pot control on the flop.
All right. Well,
Obviously, Clint not going anywhere yet for that price.
pot size isn't exactly ideal. 3 on the end. Brick. Check.
Steven's just gonna check, and Clint.
Probably a bet something up. He checks back.
Ace 10, not it.
2 ladies for 1,200. Kill pot for Clint. Hand 145, dude. This feels like a lot of hands.
It certainly does. And when you can get these many hands out, I mean, that's just good content.
I feel like we hit maybe around 100, 110 by the end of these nights, but I guess maybe not been paying attention because this feels like a lot of hands.
10 high board, 6 tray to go with it, and that's going to be a pair for both JD and Dustin. Brant with just a dream. He's going to check over to Brant. He's actually going to be the one firing.
400 half pot with Dustin. Bottom pair, backdoor hearts. JD with second pair. Can go both ways. He could just fold to not deal with it, or he could continue getting a price, getting 4 to 1. To a turn. 9 of clubs.
Now hold on a
Nines
minute.
and threes for Dustin, and he checks it over.
Now
Brant picks up a straight
hold
draw.
on a minute.
He's going to keep betting.
I mean, it's a great
1300.
card to continue on.
Yep, but Dustin
Unfortunately.
hits a pretty nice card here, 9s and 3s.
So let's go to a river card coming.
5,000 in the pot.
4 ball is not it for Brant. Dustin just going to check it over to him. Hand strength definitely disguised here. 9s and trays definitely feels pretty nutted here.
Yeah.
He check gives up. 2 pair is good.
Rom winning 24,000, JD winning 20. Steven down 28,000 and George down 10. Yikes. That was nice. In Steph's face, bro. The Mavs are just showing up.
Yeah. I mean, Dinwiddie has bad nights, but there are some nights where he's just miles and miles and miles more important than KP ever would have been. So.
Yeah.
KP and Luka just didn't get along. So. Just the way it was. Pretty good trade
Chemistry
for the Mavs.
matters.
Oh, for sure.
Brant's going to take it down, and he's pumped.
All right.
5 minutes remaining. 289 likes. Are you serious?
Nine likes to go with 5 minutes left in the stream. Let's smash that thumb for me, please.
290. 9 away.
9 ball corner pocket.
9 ball corner pocket.
Clint with a couple queenie weenies. Again.
291. Who else out there feels like hitting that thumb?
This is the last hand of holdem, guys, before we take you out of here with a flip. And let's see it. Let's make it a big one. Queens, ace, 7, 7 deuce. Let's go.
Open-ended straight draw for the 7 deuce ball of Brant. JD with a double gutter. Clint with an overpair of queens. Let's just play a massive one.
Wait a minute. What if, like, Clint raises here, JD and Brant get it in there with their straight draw, and it comes, and it just comes massive. I'm in. That's my dream. Can it happen?
I mean, let's play a 60K pot.
I'm freaking ready, man.
But JD folds.
Let's see it.
Looking to win.
9, and that's not it. Queen still in the lead. Brant drawing to a 6 or an ace. Double gutted. Or, well, I mean, it's... Yes, right? Double... Well, no,
Checks
just
it over to
double-gutted.
Clint, who I imagine feels compelled to bet on this brick of a turn. Gonna build yourself
See
a
it.
pot. Doug R, $50 super chat, 300 likes, LFG.
And I can't agree more.
Thank you, Doug. Very classy move.
Thank you so very much, Doug R. It was great to see you the other day on the stream.
A lot of great donations tonight.
So many great ones, and I can't thank you all enough. Let's see what Brant decides to do here. Looks like he is not gone yet. He wants to... What?
Whoa, 5,500.
He is turning his hand into a semi-bluff here. He has no showdown value other than 7 high.
Yeah, this is some Doyle Brunson stuff right here. Big check raise.
Oh my
Put
God.
Clint to the test with 2 ladies, but queens are pretty strong on this board. And Brand has 6 outs to win the hand outright. 3,800 more to call. 9,300 in the pot. Clint raised pre, Brandt just called. Brandt donked flop, betting 600.
Wow.
Clint called. 9 of diamonds turn. It goes check, bet, raise.
We've been talking about that big pot. Are we going to see our big pot on the last hand of the stream
That'll be
tonight?
so sick. Clint with a snarl.
Oh.
Back over to Brandt.
The 10 behind. There he is. Is that all of it? It's all important. Oh, yeah, because he brought the pinks. Okay, I didn't see that.
Intramorph says, Queen, Queen, never folding here. I don't think he's thinking about folding.
Yeah.
I think he's thinking about trying to get it all in. Or just calling.
This is a tough. I mean,
That's
this
the
is a tough
decision.
spot. Like, you know, you hate to get it in here with queens and he just turns over a set because you're getting popped. But we get to see how good of a. I mean, you're a 4-to-1 favorite. This is a. I mean, maybe this isn't a tough spot. This isn't. But this isn't a fun spot.
Goodness. Oh, goodness. Those are some chunky boys. Or he's just getting a count. Oh, scared me.
Yeah, that might have been a little intentional.
I mean, he got me.
A little chip dance. You know, live tells aren't super reliable, but maybe he was trying to get a little read there. Doing the chip dance, very much in the tank. Setting up shop in the tank. And you don't blame him for thinking about this. I mean, he knows that.
Wow, he folds the queens to 7 deuce.
Please show it. Last hand of the night.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Nice show.
Oh,
All
baby.
Right. All right, let's get on out of here.
Let's go.
From your boys in the booth, my name is Ben Miney. That's Ben Kirby. It's been a great stream. And, oh, we got the flip coming. All right, don't forget the flip. Can't forget the flip. So don't go anywhere. It's $1,000. But let's do some thank yous and sayonaras.
So baller
as
to
we
show
bail
the 7
ourselves out of here.
deuce.
We almost saw that huge one. We were so close. And it looks like there's 4,000 on the side between JD and Steven in this flip. So let's check that one out. Thank you to our guys in the back, Cooper and Tyler, doing what they do, making sure the stream runs perfectly and clean. No hiccups today, and I love to see it. Thank you, boys. Thank you to the players for coming out and playing 5,100 tonight. It was the big game, and you watched it here live from Texas Card House Live. Thank you to David Lagana, our executive producer. Everything you do, making sure it all runs smoothly in the back end. So thank you so very, very much. And of course, we can't do it without you, all the viewers. Thank you. You are so awesome. 400 of you guys watched us live tonight, so thank you very, very much. And with that said, let's check out the action. King, Queen 6. Sets are nutted up here. And now Ace 10 would be a nut here. And that is the nuts if we can find it.
So no, 10-9 for Steven.
10-9 is the lower end.
With an additional 4K on the side versus JD.
Yeah. That's a 6K profit in the flip and then 4K on the side.
Wow.
Talk about a swinger.
Yeah, he needed that one. That's a little bit of a add back to his stack.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
All
it.
right. Well, we're out of here, guys. From one last time, Ben and Ben in the booth. We will see you tomorrow for 5-5-10 no limit action here. Me and Derek will be in the booth for that one. We will see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. See you guys later. Have a great night.
Everybody.